Wait, this would be consensual.
Monitor at all? No.
Oh man, that's good. I'm sure my friend that.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh man, that's good. I'm sure my friend that.
Oh man, that's good.
Oh man, that's good. I'm sure my friend that.
Oh man, that's good.
Fuck, where's that picture, Mike? I'm sure my friend that. Where'd you find that? Fuck, where's that picture, Mike? I'm sure my friend that. Where'd you find that? Fuck, where's that picture, Mike? I'm sure my friend that. Where'd you find that? Fuck, where's that picture, Mike? I'm sure my friend that. Where'd you find that? Fuck, where's that picture, Mike? Where'd you find that?
Here, you was gonna pick up on this side, you was gonna pick up on that side.
Right.
Talking to that?
Talking into this?
No, that's not plugged in.
Okay.
The one that is.
The one that is.
The one that JP just moving away? Yeah, what's up? What's good? How's it going? What's good? What's good?
I will also talk into this microphone. Can it hear me? Can it hear me? I'm a lot quieter. How about now? I'm talking into this microphone now.
You got your shit out?
I don't know. I mean, we could share. Yeah, we can. Whatever.
I mean,
Whatever.
I have to add the artist back in.
Why is that free floating? That's weird.
Because it's not shocking enough. Yeah.
That's by design.
Yes, sir.
That way.
That way, if the table shakes, you can't. Science.
Yeah.
I think it would be better if you two guys here, being that you're like closer to each other, you know, as far as.
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
We're closer to each other.
Without awkwardly.
That's what you're trying to say.
Like, I'm following.
Like physically.
Physically closer. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Glad.
You gonna get a mic check on Purdy?
Purdy, mic check, bro.
Hello. Hi. This one. Hello.
There's a lot of echoing going on.
There's a lot. Oh. Microphones.
Mine has no gain, so it's up to y'all to adjust that gain on yours. It's up to
Well, this is
y'all.
pretty loud. Everyone else is pretty quiet. And we are live.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna lower yours, which is this one. No. Is USB ear microphone? Hey, say something in ears.
I think that's mine. I think I'm USB ear one. Whatever.
Tap that guy. Okay.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
You're in. Should we see which one you are? Okay. You're AT202. 202.
202, bro! Was that loud? I heard myself speak.
Yeah. Mic check.
It's pretty good.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Oh man, you adjusting that is adjusting my volume on my computer.
Really?
Yes.
I thought this was just playback right here. Mic check 1 2. I'm getting it's quieter. Oh, really? Oh, the actual system volume. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I guess that would be okay if it was me alone, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right.
No, you're changing my.
All right. So.
Silly.
That's
crazy.
Again, guys.
Yo.
1 2.
I'm a little quiet now.
I'm a little quiet.
Do you wanna believe the way that I feel? Three times.
What?
I'm hearing you guys like echo so much. I think yours is picking them up.
It's from the other mics, probably. Yeah.
Oh, JP's is really hot. Maybe that's why. I'm turning him down.
I'll try again.
Oh yeah, I can hear you twice. JP sounds like he's Mr. Radio. Like, that's so hot.
1 2 1 2. Okay. Nice. I hear me quieter now. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. We are doing the damn thing.
You guys are so bad.
For science.
Yeah,
Hum.
I can hear you just.
Twice.
Twice.
Hold on. Let me try muting. Jake.
Four.
Are you sure it's not some type of monitor output that's you're hearing them twice, like from both coming in and like after it hits the program? Because that's what I was hearing sometimes too. Is it like almost like a second delay or like half second?
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, no, my voice sounds normal.
Okay, it's just them.
And your voice sounds okay.
It's just them.
Pretty much. Getting picked up twice. Oh no, if I talk like this, I can hear the same thing. Yeah, I think it's those guys just being too sensitive next to each other.
Too sensitive.
We might just have to use one mic between us three, man.
Whoa.
Then we have to use that guy.
The Yeti, yeah.
Yeah, you shut up, yo. Let's go.
I'm gonna try turning everyone down a little bit more.
All right.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Maybe when we're all in one room, maybe a condenser mic isn't the way to go. Maybe
Get
it's
it?
more like a dynamic mic, you know, is better.
Oh, you know what? I'm getting? I'm getting audio from the webcam.
Fucking webcam. You piece of shit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
You
I'm
piece
pretty
of shit.
sure it's that thing making sound.
Okay. Hey, Mike, focus. Fuck, look at that. What is that?
Like some ferrets playing some tacky peanuts.
They can die.
Well, in fact, you got the webcam on.
So you could die from like tripping and falling.
No, they can die from eating that.
There we go.
Great, they're rolling around.
There's that to this.
I think they're planning on eating it.
Not at all.
I mean, it looks like I have time to
Hey guys, you guys have things to talk about?
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh. You got a flat earth? What you got?
Come back.
I got you. I actually don't have anything either. I was close, man. I was just fucking going to CNN and shit.
No, see, here's the problem, right?
Go to TMZ.
Oh no, not TMZ.
No, not TMZ. Fuck TMZ. TMZ's hot garbage. No, it's not. It's the shit to the lowest common denominator. It's fucking sad. Because it's common. And it's the lowest. Talking.
Huh.
Talking so much. Hey, yo, I'm feeling so tight today. Not like yesterday when I came out of jail.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, it's gone. The echo's gone.
Yeah, motherfucker, the echo's gone.
Well, mostly.
Motherfucker, yeah. Snap fingers. Yeah, got the rhythm. Got the rhyme. Make it on time. Yeah. Licking cheeks. Fuck yeah. Why not?
Yeah, it's
Still echoing?
the difference between you guys.
It's a difference
Like, hold on.
between us, like, as people? In essence?
It's when the two of your microphones are on at the same time. Where am I getting audio from? Oh, that. Let's try that.
You can't?
I can.
You can?
Yes.
That's fucking weird.
I can hear
Stop
me from over here.
it. Stop invading my space.
Add myself. There we go.
Here's a question. If you can't speak, like, into the top of the mic, why do they have an opening on top of the mic?
Good question.
Mine doesn't.
His doesn't.
Yeah.
And this is an entire opening on top.
Yeah. It may have something to do with catching, I don't know,
Aesthetics?
different angles of it.
I mean, I gotta say, this mic is the worst mic on his table,
Alright.
most likely.
This is actually.
But
I
it's the
don't
best
know.
looking.
I think JP's doesn't sound bad, but it's got a really interesting, like, city quality to it.
Mic check 1 2. Crazy.
Like, that one looks like a failed art piece. This is a dick. That's
This
a
is a
normal
rip-off
looking
version
mic.
of yours, basically.
But this looks dope. Like, this looks like
I guess.
futuristic, but dope.
This
Very similar to yours. Take this shit off.
No, that looks expensive. It's like a fucking
That's
art
what I
piece.
mean.
Like,
It
it's-
looks more like
Yeah, it's
silly.
Yeah.
Alright, I can hear us in monitor. And we are live.
Like,
And
that's the mic
everyone
that
check the stream.
Hugh Hefner used to fucking get the girls wet.
Let's see. Checking the stream.
What are we checking?
The stream.
Check the stream.
I'm just gonna do like a quick check.
Yeah.
All right, quick check.
I mean, as long as it's not too loud.
Right.
Oh, shit, motherfucker. God damn it. Okay, I'm focused.
That's yelling.
Sometimes you gotta yell to get your point across.
Get your shit together. Get it all together.
Live. Okay.
Put it in the backpack.
I heard myself.
What? Oh.
There's no video though.
Not currently.
What the fuck is the point of that webcam? Come on, let's get
All right,
together.
hold on. Look at it. I'll change it over. Boom. Scene transition.
Scene transition? Are we live? We're not live.
We're live.
Wow, there's the cam. We look good.
We're live.
We look good?
We look really good. It's
Yeah, looks
really
pretty good.
clear.
Wait, hold on.
Buffering?
There you go.
Look at that.
Holy fucking shit! Oh man,
That looks good.
we look so good.
Damn.
Dude,
Crazy.
this is a table full of looking good people. I gotta, you know, fucking get it together right here. All right.
Got to get your shit together.
Anyway, you want to talk about the flat Earth thing again?
Oh God.
Did we talk about the flat Earth thing? In, like,
We
previous
loosely
episodes?
touched it yesterday.
Not officially. It wasn't official.
No, we just kind of bullshitted about it
That
yesterday.
wasn't official. If that gets published yesterday, I would be very embarrassed. But
It is published.
Right
yeah,
now.
my girlfriend.
Fuck!
We need to delete
Oh, by the way,
everything.
my girlfriend says that she would absolutely love to
huh?
do the get sex set judging.
How the fuck? I don't know how to mix a song.
You don't have to mix it. You just have to make a playlist.
And sound sexy
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, basically you're just making a playlist. It's a sex set. It's a set of songs.
So I just
a playlist.
get some songs together,
Find some sexy ass music.
like on Spotify,
Basically,
and then what?
you're gonna try to make it sexy.
like throw
the
some
kind of
words
stuff you want to
over the
bone
top,
to.
Maybe. You know, like as the set. is
Hey
playing,
Mario,
you got,
make that a
like,
little
some
closer to
lines.
him.
Hey, Mike,
Yeah.
come on,
Just-
man.
Yeah.
I mean, like
Lean in.
you've watched.
Get close.
You've watched the sexy set. You've listened to the sexy
Yeah, it's
set.
fucking horrifying.
Whoa. So you understand like what needs to be done in the sexy
You
set.
you gotta
Not
make a
from that
girl
example.
come.
Like, you know, you play some sex songs, and then, you know, you throw in some verbal foreplay.
Like how?
Shit, like, do I need to just pull up like the sexy set so you can like watch it? Who's calling me?
I don't know.
Boo! Unprofessional. Turn down your
Seriously.
phone.
What the fuck is going on here, bro?
Man, I keep speech jamming myself. I'm on just hearing myself in delay.
Oh yeah, it's weird. That's probably weird. Yeah. Is it? You always look like everything's lit, but it rarely is.
Yo, lit fam. Word.
Shit is lit.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got breaking news.
What is it?
North Korea just launched a ballistic missile, another ballistic missile test by Rocket Man.
I'm sorry. What?
North Korea launched a missile again.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. All right.
Was that unclear?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Okay.
No. It's fine. We get it. But it's all right. So they launched a missile.
No, they launched a missile.
Right.
Yes.
And
And it's just more provocation, however you say that.
Provocation?
Provocation.
provocation. All right. So where did they go? Where did the test take place?
Good question. I'm sure just one of their test sites, and it usually just goes out into the sea and then just drops there.
All right. So not a big deal.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, they didn't actually launch it at like a target or anything
All right.
like
So
that.
not a big
No.
deal.
Not a big deal.
Just
no.
a sovereign nation testing out its toys.
In essence, yes, but
Okay.
there's been a lot of tension, recently.
They always do that. Everyone, even little kids in Africa who've never seen a radio before in their lives, know that North Korea is a piece of shit. But if they're launching rockets in their sovereign lands into the ocean, There's just it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Well, people need to make a decision. Either we put up with the North Koreans, and we stop making this dramatic shit, or we blow them out of the fucking sky, earth, water. You know what I mean?
See, you sound
Who's
so
been
much.
making it drama.
Everyone is.
Well, we talk. He missed the breaking news.
They're testing a rocket. They launched a rocket.
North
they're testing
Korea.
A rocket.
What, North Korea? Okay.
Yeah.
So they've already done that a whole
Yeah.
bunch of times.
Yes.
And they can because they're. Can you? What?
They test rocket. They've been testing rockets.
And they can because they're a sovereign nation.
I mean,
This is their equipment.
sovereign is like debatable by some, but yeah, sovereign.
They're sovereign. They're self-regulated.
It's not what. So, like really, the biggest thing for definition as a sovereign nation is recognition from other sovereign nations.
They are recognized.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
China, Russia,
They're all
Yeah.
recognized.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Shit, we recognize the fuck out of them, right?
Mm.
So, they're recognized. They fought for it. In a way, they won, right? So it is what they're scumbags, but it is what it is, bro. It is what. Leave them alone. Either you leave them alone to test their own shit, or you fucking blow them up. Make a choice.
See, like, I don't want to just blow up North Korea because they've basically got, like, concentration camps of people in North Korea.
Yeah, but the entire populace is brainwashed.
Right.
So either what are we gonna do?
So what, we should just cut losses? We should just be like, nah, alright, we can just kill, like, you know, a couple 100,000, like, million? I don't know.
There's a
I
few
don't know, like,
millions.
the population.
It's a few
A
millions.
few millions of people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can just,
It's a few
let's
millions.
Just cut
Yeah.
our losses. Just get rid of a few million people.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know?
why not? I mean, it sucks, but look at all that arable land that South Korea can now take hold of.
That's. I mean, plus like, if we just bombed the shit out of North Korea, like.
You wouldn't even need to till the soil. It's tilled already. It's
gonna
good to go.
affect the whole
There we go.
country there. The land.
Nah, man, you don't use any chemical shit. It's just conventional booms and
Conventional booms.
You just get a couple of hundred planes. I'm sure we have because we spend billions and billions and billions on military.
Like far too much.
So
I mean, we
get
definitely got planes.
we have a fuckload of planes. We have planes rotting somewhere right now.
Oh yeah,
Right,
we
yeah.
have probably
Paid for.
more planes that have never been gone into service.
Exactly. So you load up as many people as you can on these planes, and you load up as many bombs. Then you make a line, right? And you just carpet bomb North Korea. Like every single inch. Every
I mean,
single
you're willing
inch.
to kill all the innocent people, the people who aren't launching missiles.
Innocent is a matter,
What?
debate.
They were born there.
Yeah, they all brainwashed
Did you
anyway.
choose
They're brainwashed.
where you were born?
They're brainwashed. It's,
So?
Yeah, Mario's just like, you know, whatever.
it's whatever.
We'll just cut
You
losses.
still need to get
They're
closer.
basically
Mike.
already dead.
Stop leaning away.
Seriously, don't be
Like-
scared. The mic looks like a penis, but it's.
No, it's I don't know. I tend to do this.
You wander. You're a wandering
Yeah,
dialoguist.
I move around.
Dialoguer.
Just
We need to get you, like,
sitting
a headset.
in, like one spot and just staying in
Just
that
like-
position for extended periods of
Well,
time.
either
Jesus
that or
Christ.
cone your voice in the direction of the microphone.
I'm gonna cone it. I'm gonna cone it
gonna
so
cone it?
hard.
Conan.
Does it work? Does it work? Kind of? No, not really.
No.
Our hands.
No,
are
that's
very-
not really gonna do anything at all.
But yeah, I don't give a shit. They could totally wipe them out.
See, it's like,
Dude, we don't got time for this shit, bro. We're not gonna have ice caps. We're not gonna have fucking polar bears. We're not gonna be around for like 100, 200 years in the state that we are now. Okay, most of our shit's
duh.
gonna be gone.
Global
and
warming's gonna happen by then.
This place is gonna be so fucking exciting. I wish I could be here 300 years from now. I would have so much fucking fun. It would be Fallout everywhere. Raider gangs, mutated creatures.
oh yeah, just 300 years from
Oh,
now, it's
dude,
Fallout.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
Fallout.
Really? That's what you think?
Absolutely, 100%. Think about it.
You would need a nuclear apocalypse for that.
It's totally gonna happen.
I mean, 300 years from now,
It's totally gonna
there's-
happen.
You know, there's time for a nuclear apocalypse to happen between now and 300 years from now.
It could happen tomorrow.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. We've all got nuclear bombs. You know, everybody's just itching to use them.
I mean, no.
No, dude. Trump sleeps with the button. He's got it in his pocket.
honestly-
he just kind of like feels
Got the football. Just
I honestly
like,
don't think so. They probably gave him like a
yes.
fake one. They gave him like a fake one
Stupid.
because they know he's too retarded to have it.
They gave him like the little toy
Oh,
button.
is this the football? Yes, Mr. President, it's football. Oh my God,
It's leather. I didn't expect it
this
to
is-
actually be leather.
what's
I thought the
password?
football thing was just a metaphor.
Oh, no, Mr. President. We made it look like that so that it's you know what it is.
Okay, how do I open it up and press the button?
Oh, you just click here. Be very careful, Mr. President. Can I open it now? Yeah, it's huge.
Whoa.
So if I press this button, yes, Mr. President. I can't press that.
Like.
Oh no, Mr. President. More like. You wouldn't even hear it. It would just be a lot of explosions. It would just be death.
Like bang, 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 bang.
No,
bang.
no. More like death.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Sure, whatever. Just way faster.
All right. Okay.
And for a lot longer.
Okay.
And then he goes, I'm gonna fuck my wife thinking it's football later. My wife on this football. I'm gonna fuck my daughter too. Bet he would.
Whoa.
Hearings about what they can do in between Trump. Literally. Yeah.
Everything.
Because obviously there's a lot of people worried about Trump. Democrats are afraid of him or whatever, or they don't trust him. So basically, they had some people testify. Like they had this important guy. I forget his title, man. He's like the head of strategic command or whatever. He's in charge of the button. So Trump actually doesn't have a physical button, around him. He calls a guy. He says, "Hey, do it." And then it needs to be authenticated. This guy claims that they actually check it to see if it's a legal order, and if it's not a legal order, they actually don't follow through with the order. He was saying that the United States military and strategic command has an obligation to make sure that the order is legal, before they actually
Okay, but what
launch the nukes.
what makes the order legal? Like it coming from the president isn't legal?
No. It can't just be him.
I guess maybe that's actually a really good question because the president has actually
He
clear
has authority over
clear
the army.
authority.
Yeah.
As the
Well,
commander in
to be
chief.
fair,
over the armed
You-
forces.
Well, doesn't he have? He has to get a certain chain of command to launch a nuclear missile. He can't just off and do it on himself.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
He can't just wake up in the morning, take a piss, and in between
Yeah, you know what, I
brushing
think I'm
his
gonna blow
teeth,
someone up
"Eh,
today."
Fuck
Yeah.
France.
Yeah, right. Ultimately,
Yes.
somebody else presses the button.
That's what they're trying to prevent, But if it was, we got attacked first, or that we're actually in combat with someone, and that is strategically the best thing to do, then maybe they will give him full reign.
It never is.
I mean, usually not.
Here's the world consensus on deploying nuclear weapons. You ready?
Don't.
If you deploy nuclear weapons against a country that has nuclear weapons or is protected by a country with nuclear arsenal, they will deploy their nuclear arsenal upon you. It's mutual destruction.
Yes.
Like the beginning of World War One, where
I think
one country attacks another country.
Well,
and
that's just
and
alliances.
then-
That's a defense
Yeah.
pact.
right. Yeah.
But this involves
I hear you.
nuclear arsenals.
Like
That's
the
what-
power.
yeah.
You only match the power that someone else uses.
Exactly. How do you match
Responsibly.
nukes with nukes?
I think that's only effective though if both parties involved are of rational, a being,
Yeah, people with nukes usually are a rational being.
I don't think that's a given, honestly.
Yeah, okay, who do you think is going to use nukes?
Possibly Kim Jong.
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think he's rational.
I'm
I
not
don't
even
think he's
sure
going
if
to.
they
If
actually
Kim-
have
if
like
Kim Jong-un
nuclear missiles. Not 100%
Created
on that one.
a nuclear ballistic missile.
Okay.
Okay. And the world knew about it because we would know about it. We would know about it the day of.
Well, we do know about it. I mean,
No,
They've,
we know they have a
they've
program.
reported that they have it. but that doesn't really mean
We're not very
anything.
We don't have
They-
any
they-
specific
They
intelligence.
tested nuclear weapons. We know for sure they have nuclear weapons. What we do
They've
not know
been
if they
working
have.
on
Hold on, one
developing
second.
it.
What we do not know if they have the capability to deliver it to us. That's always
Well,
been, that was
no,
always been
we
one
also
big
don't
question.
know if they've actually created a warhead. We know have the technology that potentially means they could.
The warhead
Like,
that
they've
fits
been
on
working,
on
they've been
a
working on
missile.
it for long
in
enough
general.
that they could have created a nuclear warhead
Okay.
since they have started working on it. It's been like a good decade or so
But
since
we
they
would
just
know.
since they no
We would
like
know.
there isn't any way for us to know for
Oh,
sure.
We
Right.
would know.
Like
Dude,
unless we've got like
North
spies
Korea-
going in on there, like
Yeah,
inside of
yeah,
North Korea.
yeah.
We
Dude,
do.
North Korea
Kinda.
isn't an American
Good.
problem. North Korea is an Asia problem, a Europe problem,
Yeah.
a Russia problem, a U.S. problem. They're not just a problem, just us. We talk the loudest, but they're not just a problem. If North Korea had
They
a
just
missile,
don't like us.
and
That's
used
kind
it,
of the thing, though.
we're the
Like
big dog.
we're enemy number one for them.
We are the face of Western society. It used
Well,
to be
no, the
fucking
thing
England,
is
but now it's
that
us.
they're not going to attack us first because if we start the war, they get to be the heroes and saviors, and we get to look like the evil things that they
Right,
turn
yeah.
us into
Yeah.
in North Korea. If they start the war and we retaliate, they'll try and turn that into something, but it's going to be a lot harder. You know, to make us the evil person in that
Oh, in the
situation.
view of the world.
Right, but you know what? Kim is going to keep doing exactly what he's doing, and when America provokes them, they're going to use that as fuel.
You think he's doing this just because he might be gay? Doesn't want to come out?
No, I don't think he cares.
I think
If he was
that,
gay,
like,
he would just kill anybody for making fun of him.
Yeah,
if he was
word.
gay.
Truth,
think
truth.
so?
Seriously.
I don't know, man. These people, I don't know.
Concentration camps, North Korea
Right.
concentration camps.
Like, oh,
man.
you have a problem
It's
with
just
the
like
way
you
I
have a
am?
problem with the way that I am running the government.
Got it.
Great, cool. You're gonna be in a closet for the rest of your life.
Bye.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh no.
No one will ever
Get off,
see
you
you
little
again.
Asian man.
Yeah.
But
And then they just shoot you.
yeah, they would. They totally would.
yeah, that or just firing squad.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But like, if I'm North Korea, I don't want to actually launch my nuclear missiles. You
No,
know?
right.
I
You
just,
don't
I
ever
just
wanna
want,
be the
I just want to
aggressor.
have them so that people think that I'm a threat.
And
Right.
you
So
have
that,
a voice.
Right, so that I have a
It's-
voice. It's just a safeguard.
More
It's,
speak
I
loudly
have
and
one
carry
too.
a big stick.
And that's basically what he's been doing so far. But I just did some googling, and so they definitely have tested nuclear weapons, but it's whether or not it's miniaturized or not is where they are not yet.
Militarized?
Miniaturized.
Okay.
A mini nuclear bomb that fits on a missile. That's what we don't think they have.
Okay.
But we've been saying that for as long as I can remember.
Oh,
Literally.
right. Like to be able to send it from there.
tactical
right. Yeah.
payload.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's just reports are in that South Korea believe they have that capability within 1 year
Great.
I mean,
from today.
Oh,
I'm surprised they don't have it already. I mean, it's been like
They-
7 years
They've
probably.
been working on it for a
you know.
very long time, but they also have very limited resources.
All right,
as
so
far
everyone-
as being able to develop that technology.
Everyone in the world right now, listen. Move to the central states. Build yourself a bunker. When all this shit goes down and it turns to a fucking firestorm, we'll come out afterwards, and then we can have fun.
I mean, like
could
people are
be pretty
projecting
safe
that
on the
North
East Coast.
Korea's missiles will still be able
they're
to
only
reach
they can only
East
reach the West Coast right now. North Korea currently can only reach the West into the middle.
If they launch it, I already covered this. If they launch, then they launch, and then we launch, and they launch.
If North Korea launches, who's supporting them?
Yeah, no one is. No one else.
China.
Yeah,
No.
maybe.
No, they're not.
Maybe, but I don't think
China's
so.
not going to nuke America.
It's not worth
for the
it.
sake of
Yeah,
North
no,
Korea.
right, yeah.
There's no fucking
Yeah,
chance.
No, they're not.
Yeah, if it was like North Korea was just starting to fight with South Korea, then China would probably want to step in that, sure. But you know, if it's
Yeah.
America, China doesn't want to fuck. with
China does
America.
not want to have us blow them up again.
Here's a question: you guys trust that he wouldn't do it?
Japan.
Just you know what I mean.
No, not
Asia, you know, we'll blow them up.
You're thinking Japan.
Japan,
not
China,
China,
it's
China,
all- it's
but
all-
like
it's all Asian.
Japan, China. You know.
Hey,
Like
what kind of
Japan-
Chinese are you? Oh, Japanese? That's the right kind of Chinese.
Right. Yeah. Right. Or Korean. That
Right,
kind of
that
Chinese.
kind of
Or
Chinese.
like Philippine. That kind of Chinese.
Yeah.
That kind
You know,
of Chinese.
President Trump,
Filipinos are more Hispanic than anything.
Yeah. and
But from
like,
China.
You know, East Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible and it's racist, but like that's how a lot of America
That's how our president addresses it.
Yeah. Donald Trump doesn't actually see any of the other countries in Asia.
No, it's
He
all
thinks
just
that
China,
is a
smaller
continent.
China.
Oh, wow.
What kind of Chinese are you?
I mean, like,
That's crazy.
I'm probably just projecting my imagination of Donald Trump onto.
No, it's
the
just that
actual
anytime he
Donald Trump.
refers to an Asian country, he generally just says China.
Yeah, he doesn't really refer to Asian countries.
No.
Or I don't think I've ever heard him say Asia.
Right. No, it's China.
Because Asia is a lot of countries.
Yeah.
India, all that.
Donald Trump is like the Middle East, Asia, China, America.
I have.
Guys, America first. Make America great again.
Is it 2020 yet? What the fuck does that phrase mean?
What?
Make America great again. What does that again mean?
Nothing.
1940 again?
It means whatever you want it to mean, really.
No.
No.
Nah, that's
No,
literally
Donald
no.
Trump was just trying to cash in on people's nostalgia.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, what does it mean?
I believe he was
Do you
talking
remember
about like Reagan
remember the
era.
good old days, Mario?
Like Reagan era.
Do you remember the
Come on.
good old days, like when you were a kid and you didn't have any responsibilities and like life was great?
Yeah, but I couldn't like.
Okay, we're gonna make America great.
Like
again.
Like those days.
Yes, like those days. Those days
When
when
you were
a
younger.
kid and you felt like everything was great.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know about any of the bad things. You only knew about the good things.
We had Ren and Stimpy. That was nice.
Yeah, right? We're gonna make Ren and Stimpy again. Donald Trump is gonna bring back 90s Nickelodeon.
Cow and chicken? Can I get cow and chicken?
Whoa. You want 90s Cartoon Network too? This is too much.
That's a
Yeah.
bit much.
That's
I
a,
don't
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You're really
like,
asking for something.
Can I
there.
get young adult sports
Seriously.
movies?
Ooh, young adult
Like
sports
Sandlot?
movies. And like the ones where like they ski down a
Mighty Ducks?
mountain, and like the ones where they, young adult.
I don't know.
sports
All you
movies.
sound like is echoes because you're so far away.
All these. Jesus Christ! I moved.
I seriously
like,
can't hear anything
3
other than
inches
echo.
away.
I know. Well, because then you can start picked up this mic.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
you gotta,
okay.
you gotta,
You're getting closer to my mic.
you gotta just
right.
get comfy.
I'm just gonna.
That's fine.
be
You actually
Get
sound
comfy.
great.
I'm just
get
gonna-
comfy.
Just gonna get comfy with this microphone.
There you go.
Hey.
You know, all
What's up,
those
man?
classic sports movies from when we were a kid where it's just like there is a team that needs to win a tournament because the other team is led by some asshole who wants to like
Airbud.
Rich.
he wants
Rich.
yeah, he's rich. He
Usually
wants
rich.
to like
No, man, it's
sell
Airbud. Come on.
Yeah, it's like Airbud. Airbud is a
Yeah.
prime example of that
Fuck Airbud.
actually.
The first movie was fun. Everything else was hot garbage.
Yeah, but like can you imagine that dog played soccer and
Basketball?
volleyball?
Basketball
No. There were sequels to Airbud.
in different sports.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He played.
He played
baseball,
soccer. He played
soccer.
volleyball.
I don't remember volleyball.
I'm pretty sure he played volleyball.
I don't remember that one.
I'm gonna just do a real quick search because like I know like it started with basketball, right?
Yes,
That's the first
yeah.
one. Like I know he definitely played soccer.
Never mind that. It doesn't matter. Point
No,
is,
I need to know.
what did these people think "Make America Great Again" meant?
I mean, I expect that a lot of people believed they were going to go back to like their Reagan era. Everything's great. Don't worry about anything. The future's, global warming. Don't worry about that.
See, like you're overthinking it because it's just a slogan. You
Right.
know what did Obama meant when he ran on the platform of hope
Or yes, we can.
or yes we can. Yes we can what?
But we could. We can.
We can.
We can get health insurance.
But did he say that?
And we can.
Yeah, like
Or
what
did
did
he
he
just say
what did
we
he say
can?
that we could do?
we can turn the Great Recession that we went through around, which we did.
The recession happened like after
During.
During the
Like
first.
right in the beginning, the
Yeah.
first year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all his fault.
Well, yeah, obviously.
It's all his fault.
Yeah, things that happen during your presidency are your fault if they're bad.
It's all. Oh,
and if they're
and
good, then it's because of the president before
and the
you.
economy is getting better because of Trump.
Right.
In the
Right.
last-
Definitely not staying on the exact same trend that it had been.
It's like.
Well, if you want to ask a Trump supporter,
Yeah.
I think he meant let's get America back to, a position where we're growing and we're an emerging superpower, and the economy and production and exports, everything is booming. Like during World War II, after World War II, like kind of
You know
that
what?
era.
I can totally support that, but there's one thing that's a really easy way to do that he has not even touched. Get education funding. There was a reason why after World War II we became such a developing power. Is because all of our people were coming back and going to school and getting great jobs in their fields. And we can't do that if we don't have, good resources available for them. If we don't put people through education. They're not going to get their college degree. They're not going to go off and become, more scientifically literate or get the jobs in higher positions. It's really easy. Just give our students a way to go to college.
I just
Don't leave them in debt for their whole life.
Yeah.
I just want to say that Airbud, after playing basketball, went on to play football, soccer, baseball, and volleyball.
What the fuck
Alright.
does a dog play baseball?
Oh, pretty easily.
Then
He
there
just
was
catches the ball
Then there
in his
was a
mouth and then
spin-off
swings his head.
series of direct-to-video releases.
Oh God, no! I don't care. I don't care.
okay.
I
Yeah,
really don't.
no, they're all bullshit. They're all bullshit.
But so when Trump said "Make America Great Again" and bring back production and development and etc.
I think that it's possible if
So
we
to-
became because listen, in the STEM fields, we're not an emerging country anymore. We don't have science coming out of America. We're exporting it all. We don't
true.
have engineering.
Well, no, we're
coming out of-
importing.
Right,
We're
we're
importing
importing
science.
all of our sciences. We are sending our jobs away, and that's something that he clearly is against. We don't want all these things coming out of China anymore. We don't want all of their technology and their people doing this research. We can do it, but the easiest way to do that is to get our students educated.
I agree. I think education is one of those tricky subjects, man, because it's actually like who doesn't agree with we need more education.
A lot of people.
Actually, a lot of people
lot of-
feel
Yes.
like we need to cut funding on education.
In fact, a lot of people, mostly religious people, are teaching their kids at home.
But
Let's
question,
not
is
just
that
start
because-
throwing shade at religious people because
But is that because they
sorry,
don't think
Christians.
education is important, or is it because they have a different philosophy, on education?
Well, they believe that privatizing it's the way to go, even though we've tried that in the past and shown that people need affordable public education. And it shouldn't leave them paying off bills for the next 50 years. That's biggest issue, is people aren't wanting to go into it anymore
does college
because they
cost
can't
so much?
afford it. There's no fucking reason. The government gives you a loan that even if you go bankrupt, you can't get rid of it.
Well, yeah, because the government gave it to you.
right.
But you can get a federal loan for anything else. And if you go bankrupt, it disappears. The same way bankruptcy is supposed to protect you
Why
for.
not just pay it? Just don't pay it.
Because then they take your money from your paycheck. They don't care how you're getting it. They are stealing that money back. For a student loan, you are literally trapped for life. There's
shit.
no way to avoid it, not even bankruptcy.
So, here's the plan. You go to college. You get your degree.
Fake your death.
No. No, you gotta do that. You get your degree. You rack up your loans. You get accredited, and then you fuck off to Canada. And you just change your
Yeah, but I
accreditation.
mean, at that point, I don't think Canada would be willing to harbor you for that. They would just send you back.
It's not a harbor. You just go.
They are. They're harboring a fugitive.
You just go. You're not running. It's not against the law.
You are though, but you are.
You
actually
are
running.
committing a crime by running from your debt.
Yeah.
That's harboring a fugitive then
No,
when
you
you
just-
go to Canada.
No, you just go.
So if they just say they're
No,
looking
running
for
away
you,
from your debt, like avoiding payment on your debt, it's a
Oh,
crime.
okay, I'm
you
sorry.
Can
Okay.
you can be jailed for that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Costa Rica. Whatever.
I mean, you could obviously get far enough if you really tried, but the point is then you could never come back to America.
Yeah.
But I owe
So-
like
so
Yeah,
then
I'll just
what's
cut
happening?
my
So
losses.
then what's
I'll just cut
happening?
my
Yeah,
losses
seriously.
there.
But
I don't
then
need to
you're
come back.
becoming a non-American. You may have gotten your education in America, but then you're not doing research for America. You're not making America better at that point.
I
You're
would
making
if I
wherever
didn't-
you are going better.
I would if I didn't owe like $100,000.
Right, exactly. We're
That's
saying
the
that
problem.
That's what the problem is. People don't want to pursue an education in America because it's prohibitive. The cost is prohibitive.
What are just
Water.
lightly, let's not get too involved. What are some of the benefits to privatizing a sector?
In what regard?
Any.
I mean, arguably, you have better control. You don't have to worry about government interference with whatever it is that you're trying to do. There are some benefits, especially things like education, where if you want to give a diploma in something that the government says isn't, a degree plan, like you can't, go out and get a you can go out and take a class on South Park in one college.
Yeah.
Like that's a class. But the government may say, no, you're not allowed to teach that class if you're a public school.
Okay.
Hmm. Privatizing lets you do your own thing.
All right. So
It makes it private.
So, my follow up to that. And I don't know about many other places, but in Europe, in Portugal specifically, you go to school, and up until 9th grade, you follow the same standard curriculum as every other school in the country.
Ooh, excuse me.
After 9th grade, or from 9th grade on, I should say, you're now basically an adult. You're not like a legal adult, but they treat you like an adult in terms of education. So you get to choose your path.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go, I want to continue focused on math. I want to continue focused on science. I want to continue focused on the arts.
Right.
Whatever.
Okay.
And then you go to a school specifically for that, and they cover lightly the other things, but they focus on that subject. And eventually you take an entrance exam for college. You need to score insanely high. Like, it is fucking crazy. To be
It's like a placement test as well as, yeah.
To be a doctor, to go to medical school in Portugal, like, you need a damn near perfect score to get into the school.
Yeah.
And then they charge you 1,000 euros a year. And everything else is free. It's going great.
Yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
Well, and that's what I mean.
Yeah.
There is a line someplace between a completely socialized system where everyone gets it for free and it being completely privatized and having to have everyone locked down in debt.
Well, no one
There
gets it
is
for
someplace
free.
in the middle.
No one gets it for free.
There,
right.
there are
It's not
countries.
free.
There
That's
are
what I'm saying.
countries where like you don't.
I mean, not free because you pay
it
taxes.
somewhere.
I mean, it's in
Okay.
taxes, it's in other
Yeah.
things like
All right.
that.
So
Right. Yeah.
I
It's
think the biggest
subsidized.
problem here in the States is real simple. There's a lot of fucking corruption.
Well,
There's
yeah.
a lot of money
Yeah.
going to places it doesn't need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of established military contracts that nobody else can bid on. A lot of fucking medical situations that go on with pill costs and medication costs, and doctors straight up fucking lying to you so they can get more money and get
Oh,
you
yeah,
to do
those
more
pills especially.
exams
It's
and
like,
get
oh,
you
yeah,
to take
what is
more
this
fucking
pill does?
pills
And-
and get you to do all this. So there's a lot of bullshit going around. Okay. And a very little of it has to do with the actual government. The military shit obviously does. But very little of it has to do with the government. It has to do with privatized businesses wanting to make more money.
Right.
Okay? So privatizing is fun. It's excellent. You can make a ton of money. If you make money, I'm totally for it. Fuck you, don't make money off of health, number one. Fuck you, don't make money off of education, number two. Fuck you, don't make money off of public transportation, number three. That one doesn't matter too much, kind of important. So these things, I strongly, 100%, 200% agree, think, believe that they should not be privatized.
It makes
Hardest
sense.
thing I ever heard you say, man.
I'm really fucking smart.
Really, you didn't even go off on a tangent about girls or anything.
That was
No,
great.
I didn't. But if the buses are owned by the government, it's probably way easier to like rope chicks on a bus.
Anyone disagree with that?
I mean, it would be pretty cool if all of those organizations just could become nonprofit and like could just be able to live like that.
But would you pay for it though? Because you will pay for it in your taxes.
I mean, like, there's got to be some way for
Yes,
it to get
'cause
paid for.
You
Yeah.
will.
Because it's not like something somebody can opt out of. I mean, you need education, you need healthcare. It's like your transportation. Those are like important things, you know?
Yeah, but see, here's the problem. Here's the problem here in the States, right? Is that
People don't want to pay taxes.
no, people believe they can opt out of anything.
Mm-hmm.
People believe, for example, I'm a single guy. I don't have kids. I never got married. Why the fuck should I pay for education?
Right.
Try not to hit the table. It's
My
pretty
bad.
loud.
Sorry. Like, why the fuck should I pay for education?
Guy, no kids,
I've
married.
never
There's
ridden
no-
the
there's
train.
no real
I don't
reason for
use the
him,
bus.
'cause,
Why
like,
the
he doesn't-
fuck should I pay for public transportation?
Okay, I see what
Yeah.
you're saying. Okay.
I rarely
Well,
get
and that's
sick.
the
Why
issue
the
with the
fuck?
taxing. That's why socialized. That's why people have the problem with the socialized system.
I know.
Where
Right,
everyone
yeah.
pays into the pool
Because
even
nobody
if you're not using
nobody
it.
wants to support the rest of their country. As much as everyone is
Fucked
like,
up, man.
as much as everyone is like, oh yeah, my country is the best. Like we're the best
they don't-
nation in the world. Nobody wants to actually put their money into the country.
But they don't think
to
like
make
that.
it go around.
But they don't think. See, that's that. If they thought I'm supporting my country, they'd be totally for it. But they don't
if
think
only,
like that.
If only for some, like, if we could get everybody to understand that taxes aren't like this thing that the government is leeching out of you. This is
It's
like,
helping everybody.
Right, yeah. This
It
is
really is.
you funding
Seriously.
the government.
Yeah.
The government is helping all of us.
I mean,
be
and even
people.
things like roadways, because you are paying for those out of your taxes.
Right,
It's the
exactly.
same thing that pays for
Although-
the government insurance.
Roadways miraculously get fixed right before elections, which is fucking hilarious.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah, isn't
Every
that
time.
funny? Isn't that funny how that happens?
My entire city got repaved for in like 2 weeks.
Oh, well, my street, not my street, but the one that leads into my street, needed to be paved
Like
about
what?
10 years ago.
Yeah.
But the issue is that there's this one woman who kept saying, "Oh my God, it's so bad. It's so you have to pave this now," and everybody then was like, "Well, no, we're not going to do it. It's not that bad," and it turned out that they didn't pave it specifically because this woman kept complaining for an extra 5 years.
Wow, that's weird.
They didn't do it just because they were like, "Nah, fuck you."
I don't understand why anyone in a government position would be that spiteful.
I'm telling the truth. This woman, Mary Sadracula, had a complaint about how Dwaslin needed to be paved about 5 years ago. And it was kind of bad, but they let it get to horrible. Like, to the point where you were driving down it, you would just avoid that road. You just did not take that road.
It's like you're basically going like cross country.
Oh, yeah,
It's like-
literally, like, up and down. It was pretty fucking
Like you
rough.
park your car around the block, hop in a 4x4
Oh, like tire
get in your
eaters.
driveway.
Yeah, like legitimate tire eaters.
You bought a beater pickup just to get your driveway.
Yeah, that's to get me less than this road right here.
All right.
But yeah, and they only paved it like maybe a month or two ago, just because they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it's just there's money to be made elsewhere, man. Remember that kid who raised the prices of some pill that they needed
The
for like
AIDS
treatment?
medication.
That kid, that kid
Oh, he's pretty
should have,
fucked.
dude. He should have been taken on a public broadcast and shot in the face.
No, that's too good.
Oh fuck him! No,
No, it's too good for him. I
I'm
want
not
him
wasting-
good in
I'm not
two-
wasting more money on
No.
this kid.
No, 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 no.
Guantanamo Bay.
No.
Guantanamo
That's a
Bay.
ton of money.
No, public stoning.
Public stoning.
Public stoning.
Ooh, public stoning.
Let everyone who was affected throw a stone at him.
Yes.
Oh, and
That'd
it's
be-
mostly AIDS patients, so they should rub a little bit of the blood on the stone and then hit him off.
Just give him AIDS and not let him get medication for it.
I like way better.
That's what I mean. Like, you want everyone to get a chance to beat the shit out of this guy.
So, like, it exaggerated. I don't really mean that. I do mean it.
Yes, yeah.
But I it's just there are too many hands invested in the pot getting bigger for these things to change.
Speaking of pot getting bigger, our governor has already got bills lined up for January.
Ooh, segue of the
Nice.
year. Segue
Nice.
of the year.
Nice.
That's one way to change from one topic to another.
Well, I know that
Nah,
he's
you
raising,
can go ahead and
he's
finish
raising
your thought.
taxes. No, I mean, he's
Okay.
What's he doing? What's happening?
What's that?
What's happening? What's happening?
They've got apparently bills lined up for legalization of pot in New Jersey.
Yeah. That's been talked about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
our
like,
new
they're like-
governor.
No. Yeah.
Putting
They
it
were
out.
they were writing it. They were writing it
Yes,
before
they're
Chrissy left.
currently writing.
Yeah.
They actually have bills lined up now.
Yeah. I know.
It's new news.
Yeah, that's cool. He said he would. So.
They
Right,
said they
yeah,
have a
it's just-
100-day plan.
Politicians say a lot of things.
They want to legalize it within
Yeah,
100 days of his starting in office. So
when does it
January 20th, right? When he gets
so
out of
like
office.
by
Something
April.
like that. That's
Yeah.
usually
By
when swearing
April-ish.
in starts.
That's what they're saying. 100 days later, he plans to have it legalized.
Ooh, April 20th.
Yeah, right? Watch, it's exactly. That'd be fucking great.
Dude, there's a lot of parks around my house. Holy fuck.
It would still be handled like alcohol, so you couldn't smoke
Yeah,
in
you
public.
can't just do it.
And I totally agree with that.
Yeah,
I'm totally fine with that.
I would imagine. That only makes
100%.
sense.
totally okay.
I wouldn't want somebody
Totally
walking
okay
around
with that.
smoking.
I mean, the cigarette age
Yeah.
in Jersey's 21 too. You know,
Right.
it's like everything's gonna be 21. That's fine. Just I'm gonna have to go to my specific store, get it, go home, smoke,
The
Yo,
weed store.
This is it.
or go to a weed bar hang out with a bunch of people.
This is it. This is the
Cafes.
beginning.
like a
of-
cafe, yeah, like a
This is the
vape cafe.
beginning
or
of a
whatever.
business, bro.
Hmm?
This is an investment waiting to happen, bro. How many pot?
There's currently one pot store in Montclair.
Well,
Just one, but it's
One.
medical.
it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
It was
dispensary.
it was the
Well,
first
yeah, they're
medical
going
store
to
to
be
open in New Jersey.
dispensaries. That's what they're going to be called for
And
sure.
who's starting this? Like, who's getting invested in this?
I mean, there are entrepreneurs out there.
I'd imagine
I actually
you're gonna
know a
have a lot of
guy
Colorado
who's, I know a
businesses.
guy who's actually working on paperwork so that he can like start as soon as it is legal.
Yeah, you mean we could open a store. It's not that terribly hard. We would just need a storefront.
Capitalism. I like this.
I mean, or a web page, and we do it all virtually and just deliver it. Yeah, sketchy.
Like that might be a little more tricky.
Gets iffy.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like,
yes
at
and
the same
no.
time, it'll
Obviously,
be
you
legal
only
in
deliver
New
to your
Jersey,
area.
so like,
Can
Right.
they do that in Colorado?
as long as it's not like through the mail,
Like,
you
can
know,
you-
if we
can you-
hand deliver it.
Right.
Is that like, can you buy pot online in Colorado?
I don't see why you couldn't. I don't think there's any
I don't
specific
think
law
you
against it.
Can.
I don't think there's. Well, it's the thing. You're not buying it online. You're arranging for a pickup online. You're arranging for someone to come to you who can sell you pot
That's
legally.
tricky. Holy shit.
Where it's just like, all right, just you're gonna bring it to me. Thank you.
I don't think that works, friend. Because you're not allowed to carry a certain amount on you, and it's
You
not
can
like
carry up to like 10 ounces, I think, in Colorado.
really
Yeah.
like any Joe.
Like,
any
yeah. If you're not from Colorado, you can buy twice as much as if you live there. Yeah. You can buy 1 ounce at a time if you're not from Colorado. But if you're from Colorado, you can only buy a half ounce at a time
Holy shit.
because you have easy, ready access to it.
Yeah. Wow. That's okay. Wow.
At least it was a couple years ago. I haven't kept up to date on it, but that was their statute. And in Massachusetts too. They're very similar. Where like you can, I think you can carry up to 6 ounces. They said once their law goes through, and you can grow up to 3 plants per person.
Marijuana.
I think in Colorado you can grow up to 12 plants.
Holy fuck.
Well, got a lot of land.
Yeah, it's bigger.
Yo,
All right. Okay. Cool. Fucking awesome.
anybody want to like do some gardening?
I mean, I'm definitely excited to see what Jersey's weed gonna be like because we are the Garden State. We're gonna we're known worldwide for our tomatoes and our corn and well, I can't imagine why our weed would be
Eggplants,
bad.
We're not real big, but we
blueberries,
make good stuff.
cranberries.
Oh, that was just a bunch of jumbled words. What? I heard cranberries.
Oh, eggplants, cranberries, blueberries.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yeah,
All
Jersey is
those.
known for our great foods. Might as well
Yeah.
move it into the pot scene.
We can't make a lot because we don't have the space, but the stuff we make.
Oh, South Jersey? Are you kidding me? It's fucking nothing but farms.
Yeah, but you can't compare South Jersey to California.
Spatially, no, but we definitely have a lot of cropland. I mean, relative to other
you
states,
been
especially with
South
how many
Jersey?
people we
Yeah, I
have.
go there all the time.
Yo, South Jersey.
Yeah, it's fucking farms everywhere. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great.
I wish I could live out there.
No, it would be kind of nice.
Yeah, it would.
Little, but it would still be too expensive, probably.
And you gotta dodge like heroin addicts.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
that's-
Crackheads, meth heads.
where on like the United States are you gonna go where you don't have to do that?
Not many places.
yeah, but like you actively have to dodge them.
It only gets worse the more rural you get,
Yeah, I know.
and like then it also gets worse the more urban you get.
No, man. See, this is a misconception, man. so like in the streets.
Oh
in,
yeah,
In the
yeah.
hood.
It's not like people are just casually doing heroin in the hood.
Not like on the street.
Right, exactly.
I mean, maybe you find like a guy in a dark alleyway somewhere.
Well,
but
yeah, actually.
Not like on
actually.
the street.
Abandoned building.
I mean,
Yeah, people
I know
just, like,
people who
chilling
are in
outside.
like this area who've gotten hooked on heroin because they just know somebody who gave them some, and you know,
Why?
I don't know. I mean, personally,
It makes
right
you
now,
feel good.
I had a meeting with some friends over Thanksgiving, and one of the girls' moms is currently coming down off heroin because her boyfriend got her hooked on it.
How?
Apparently, he had it, she did it.
Did he hide like a needle in his dick and fucking poked her and banging her? Like, I don't understand.
I mean,
No,
how do
no.
you try shit like this?
Well, it was probably
What,
something like
heroin?
this. Hey, babe, I have some heroin. Do you want to try?
How do you ingest heroin?
You shoot it up.
You
With a
can
needle,
you can
right?
also
Yeah.
snort. You can also
Why the
snort
fuck
heroin.
Would I stab myself for drugs?
I mean, some people just don't care about the stabbing aspect.
Yeah, your boyfriend knows how to do it. Like he does it all the time. And
oh, babe,
and
we totally got this.
hey,
Why would you
you know,
even
it's
date
just
a
something-
heroin addict?
I
maybe
mean,
you
like
don't
I didn't
meet
know
them.
that he was a heroin addict when we
Right.
started
Might
dating.
have a cool
He's such
personality.
A nice guy.
Oh.
He's such a nice
Yeah.
guy. He's so nice to me though, Mario.
Like Coke. Listen, if you do
Like he
Coke,
buys groceries and like takes me out for dinner. And
I mean, he's
we
got
do
enough money to
heroin
spend on heroin.
sometimes.
clearly, or
So-
he doesn't spend on anything else.
Well,
I mean, it's
Yeah.
In that
it's
case, yeah.
it's dude, pot. You smoke pot. Smoke pot. Some
Yeah.
people don't like the smell, but
smoke isn't
you
good
smoke
for you,
it,
really.
whatever.
Honestly,
It's-
smoke in
Oh,
general,
you feel
smoking
like
is not
it-
good.
The,
it's not. But
you-
fuck it, you don't look like a piece of shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Vape
hypodermic
it.
needles
You can't
are
vape
a
it.
little bit like
But vape
it's
that
too
thing.
much. It's too much.
You look
for
kind of
me
crazy sometimes
personally.
with a ball. If you ever hit like a,
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm
bowl in
saying,
public.
But you do that in your house.
I mean, you walk around with a balloon full of vape. You know, the one
yeah, but
We do whippets on the street.
yeah, right. Got my little nitrous cracker. Just
but I mean, it's just like dude, like you know. Okay, so pot you smoke, Coke you sniff, which I still think is kind of gross, but it's kind of classy. If you do
Insufflate.
it with $100 bills.
you gotta
know,
insufflate.
right? And you can also put it in your teeth, which is a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Whatever, but Coke is classy, you know.
To an extent,
Right.
I guess it's
Usually,
TV
if you
drugs.
do Coke, you got.
It's a TV drug.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got
You're
cash.
working in the industry.
Like you.
Yeah.
Bro, you fucking and you bugging, and yeah, it's good to go. But heroin,
Right.
crack,
I mean,
meth.
cocaine versus crack. Yeah, do coke. Don't do crack, because crack's just this cheap version of coke.
Like,
Yeah, word.
dude, I would never, hopefully, try Coke.
I,
But
I honestly don't have that big of a problem with it. I would probably try it. I wouldn't do it, but like I wouldn't do crack. I
I'm
wouldn't do
very
crack.
addicted.
I would try coke.
yeah, crack.
that's
no.
fair. That's
Anything that I have to shoot up.
You don't have to
anything
shoot up
that I
crack.
like,
You don't-
Crack's the same thing. It's just free-based version.
Even heroin, you don't strictly have to
right.
inject it.
You can snort it. It's gonna make
snort
things
heroin.
a lot worse.
It's yeah.
It's instead of getting a prolonged kind of like euphoria, you just and then it's
Yeah,
over.
I don't know. I'll skip on all that. So yeah. Anyway, but damn, that was a fucking segue. But yeah, dude, rural areas. But you know the differences between South Jersey and like let's say Arizona.
They're different states.
Arizona doesn't have daylight savings time.
This is true too.
These are all facts. But the thing I was trying to get at is, in Arizona, if there's a fucking crackhead or a meth head or whatever coming at me or being an issue, I am well within my rights to blast his fucking face off.
You can here too.
No,
Yes, you can.
no.
You are allowed to stand your ground.
We have stand your ground laws in New Jersey. I
In
didn't
my
know that.
house.
Not to my knowledge.
Not if someone's attacking you, you can attack back with
Yeah,
equal
in
and
my
opposite force.
house.
Oh well. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah,
self-defense.
I understand. Self-defense.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
talking like
that's-
I'm walking on the street. I'm like going to a farmer's market or some shit, and it's rural, so there's like crystal meth bastards everywhere. Arizona, I'm strapped. Here, not strapped.
I mean,
I mean, like
okay.
stand your ground laws are a little different. Stand your ground
You
laws
can't
are
just
like.
shoot them.
Well, no. Like that is basically what the stand your ground law is.
Well, it's I am
Or
here.
it's-
Do not come any closer, or I will shoot.
Right, exactly. As opposed to like self-defense, you kind of have to. They have to start it.
They have
pretty
to
much.
getting in your
Like
bubble,
they have
your
to
zone.
initiate.
How hard would it be really to prove that a
That's what I
meth
mean.
head aggressively
Right.
approached you?
That's what I mean. You can definitely
Well,
come up to.
I mean, it'll be hard to prove either way once they're dead.
Exactly.
But,
But they're a
But I
meth
mean,
head.
also they're gonna have those drugs in their system, which is in New Jersey basically means you're guilty if you're high.
That's true.
No matter what the crime is, essentially they're gonna find you guilty because you were high. If you ran a
Bullshit.
stop sign
Bullshit.
Nah,
and
man.
smoked weed 3 days earlier, they're gonna peg you for high driving.
Well, that's because with weed is like is no real test it can do. You know, there's no like sobriety test it can do on the spot like they do with breathalyzer.
There is.
You know
There
what
are
I'm saying?
100% weed tests that'll find exactly how long.
How long ago?
Yep. Oh yeah.
They
Well,
must
then
be mad expensive.
they definitely need to institute that.
No,
'cause
they're
No.
cheaper. The ones that take. Listen, if you have a test that takes an hour, it only goes back 5 hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot cheaper than the one that goes back 2 weeks.
Okay, but how does the test work? Exactly.
They literally
Probably
have multiple
saliva.
scales of tests, different sensitivities of the test that'll say only pick up if you have above X amount.
I don't know, man.
Is that in use anywhere, man?
I don't know. I know that
find it
if you
hard
do
to
drug
believe.
tests for a job, they'll actually tell you on the test how long back it checks for.
I think right now in New Jersey, like as far as like if you pull someone over and you want to know if they're doing drugs or not, police officers have been trained to recognize the symptoms of marijuana use.
Dilated pupils.
What if you're just like
like
a
that?
goofy ass fuck with dilated pupils?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that right now police officers are having a lot of false positives.
As far as my knowledge, there's no way for them to tell if you're actually high, right then and there.
What the contents are of your blood. Let's say.
Well, I mean, like, there's a lot of ways to test. Like, there are hair samples tests, which can go back as long as your hair grows.
Yeah, but
literally
all that tells you is
every day you get a
what
little
that tells
line.
you is you were high.
Right. That's what that tells you. At what point were you high?
Yeah, but it doesn't say how high are you now.
No, there are tests that
No,
will
it's
say,
high,
have
how
you
are
smoked
you?
within
That's a
the
good
past
point.
6 hours?
Because once it becomes legal, you can technically be maybe a little bit high when you drive.
It's going to be
No,
DUI
like-
versus DWI. You know what I
No,
mean?
but same thing. You can drink and drive. You just can't be
right.
legally
It's,
drunk.
But that's
Where's the legal limit with
It's
weed
a lot
now?
easier to
DWI.
quantify when it comes to blood alcohol
Exactly. I
levels.
don't think we figured that all out with weed
Right.
yet.
No, there isn't.
Yeah,
There isn't
there's no-
There's
anything.
no way to know how high you are.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
The
Right.
numbers,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is a problem. Now, that's why.
So it's just going to be like outright. If you are high, then
You're
you should
driving.
not
Well, that's what it
be
is. You
operating
are
a vehicle.
DUI.
It's
if
not
you're high.
going to
You
be
are
like
driving
How do you
under the
prove it now,
influence.
though?
well, these
That's it.
cops
You, if
tell
you
you.
are high, if you are under the influence, you are under the influence. That's it. DUI is DUI.
Yep.
That's why even if you've had a sip of alcohol, you will still get a DUI if you're pulled over.
That's not true. It's only if you're if it's to the
Nope.
point where it's actually affecting your driving. No matter.
Doesn't
That's
matter.
true.
If he
You could be
pulls you
under the
over,
legal limit.
But if you-
DWI versus DUI.
It makes no
Right.
difference in New Jersey.
Yes. Well, not as far as what the actual crime is.
I got one.
considered.
Trust me. It's the same thing in New Jersey. DUI, DWI. I think we literally call it DUI in New Jersey. It's just it depends on what state what they call it. You know.
I mean, but the actual technical difference is DWI is anything you're while intoxicated
Yeah, I get
versus
that. It's-
under the influence.
Yeah.
Like if you're intoxicated, you have exceeded the legal limit. If you are under the influence, you're under the influence. You could have any amount in your system.
So what are you saying? You can be arrested for just having one drink
Yeah,
and driving
if-
perfectly.
You technically
I mean,
could.
If
can-
you
you can
were
be
pulled
charged with a
over for
crime.
anything,
Maybe
and
not
he can
necessarily
charge it.
arrested.
He
That's
can
not
bring
true.
it up.
That's not true. There's
you,
no
you
way.
technically could.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're swerving, if you have any signs
No, no, no,
whatsoever
no, no.
that
JP,
you
if
were
you have a
drinking,
tail light out,
We're
they can
arguing-
ask you to take a breathalyzer.
We're arguing about different things right now. You're arguing about what gets me pulled over. He's arguing about once you're pulled over, what can get you a DUI. Okay. So yes, if you're driving perfect, but you're kind of fucked up, you're not gonna get pulled over. I mean, you could.
Yeah,
You could
Like
do
this thing, you got a tail light.
well, let's
out.
just say you got pulled over for something else. You got pulled over for the tail light,
Right.
And then the
And
officer
he
asks you, "Have you been
notices-
drinking?"
Right. And
And
you,
you
say
yes.
yes.
You say yes.
Then
That would
he-
make him more suspicious, but just that in and of itself is not enough for him to
But
give
Not
you
that,
DUI.
but that
No,
gives
but
him
then
the
at that
right
point,
to give
he's
you a
going to give you a
breathalyzer.
breathalyzer.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
if you have any alcohol in your system, he can give you a driving under the influence.
Can.
It's up
That's,
to his
that's
that's
discretion.
not true.
It's up to
That's
his
not
discretion.
true.
Yes,
He can.
yes, he can.
There's a limit of I think it's .05 in New Jersey.
No, that's
0.08,
drunk.
and that's the difference between
Exactly.
DUI and DWI.
That is what I'm disputing.
Well, look it up.
Yeah, let's look it up. Just prove me
Motherfuckers,
wrong.
you have computers in front of you right now. Like,
I'm doing a lot of shit like streaming over here.
Yeah, no, you good. You good. Shit's on fire. I can see it in the back.
Like I'm making sure everything's not
DUI in New
broken.
Jersey. I'm like 100% certain of it. 'Cause I did all my research on this when I went to court for this. I'm like 100.
Yourself? No. Loud ass phone noise.
But on a side note, I have never been pulled over for any of those situations ever.
Good
Jersey,
job,
a person with a
Mario.
BAC, blood alcohol content of 0.08 or greater, who operates a vehicle or a boat, is considered to be driving under the influence. A serious offense, license suspension, jail time.
Yeah, what about under? What about under? Let's get under.
But once again, what I do know is you could be any BAC and still get a DUI if the liquor was affecting you to the point where your driving was not up to par.
I don't know.
I know that for sure.
I don't know, man. Because most people are sober and their driving's not up to par. So
Correct.
Yeah, right.
But it's I don't know. It's Funny thing is, most people can drive way better under the influence of pot than they can drunk. They focus more. They drive better. Don't swerve around. Did a test. It's online. Look it up.
It looks like in New Jersey, DUI and DWI
They
are
are
the
almost
same
interchangeable. Yeah.
they're the same in New Jersey. Other states different.
That's weird.
New Jersey, I think we people use both, but I think on the actual ticket and shit it says DUI. They're gonna say DUI in court.
Yeah.
It's like the thing that they adopted. But yeah, as far as people just not being able to have a drink at all,
Okay.
that's that would be bullshit. Because then you can't have like bars on highways and yeah.
How many bars on highways?
I know a lot.
Plenty.
There are plenty. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
even in Clifton, there's like a pub 46 that's on 46.
Which
Yeah.
is fucking stupid, by the way. Anyway, but
I mean, right on a highway where you have no other option but to get on the highway to leave.
It's
like
like,
on
how
Route
do I
22.
leave here? Oh, well, you call a taxi to come pick you up.
Or get an Uber, yeah. Actually, there are a few bars I know of that if you're drunk, they just call you an Uber and pay for it.
Yeah.
That's so
There's actually
sweet.
quite a few bars
better than
like
being
that.
held legally liable, for sure.
Well,
Also,
right, if
you
they
totally-
say,
Yeah,
yes,
because
you let this
otherwise
guy
it's
leave.
like, yeah.
Like they literally will take your keys, hang them up, and say, go get in the Uber.
Wow, that's a lot of trust. Hey,
I mean,
stranger.
they hold your keys.
Stranger,
if they notice
I'm
you're
gonna hold on to
drunk.
your key, I'm gonna call you another stranger to come pick you up and take you home. Okay, stranger? What's your address, stranger? Oh, my address is. Show my ID. Oh yeah, no problem.
Just
stranger.
remember, Mario, you're fucking drunk as fuck.
Right, and they asked you for your ID when you
And
got there.
someone's like,
Oh, right down.
hey, I want to help you. And you're like, oh, good, because I can't do anything
Right,
myself
I
right
can't
now.
walk, I can't drive.
These are all red flags. All these are red flags. This is all I'm hearing right now is you're gonna get raped in the ass. They're gonna steal your money.
You know what's great?
I
Is
mean-
that there are no red flags when you're drunk. You're just drunk. Yay!
I rarely get drunk, so that's always red flags.
All right,
for
so
me.
we'll have to go to that place when we get you drunk. This way we can get you an Uber home and see how it goes.
Yeah, word.
No.
Oh man, I can't wait to get Mario really drunk and just prank him. Just be like, "Hello, stranger. Picked you up a car, so they can bring you home. I'm just gonna need your address, stranger."
So if you're under 21 years of age,
Yeah, it's 0.0001%.
and yeah,
Damn.
anything over that, then
So
definitely.
if you
for
rub
sure.
alcohol on yourself.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
If
like,
you just use
if you were
mouthwash, you're
around,
fucked.
yeah, yep.
Hope you didn't just use mouthwash. All right, you're like, guys,
Your
oh, shit, I've
mom
been
was
smoking.
like, "Here, at least taste this beer," and you're like, "Okay, that tastes awful," and then you go driving.
Yeah.
You're
DUI. Holy shit.
fucked.
That cop will have to be a major dick, and you might have to be a major dick as well.
Yeah, to end up getting a breathalyzer. Just
To go through the whole
yeah.
process and everything, arguing with
Yeah.
him, and then you're not supposed to be drinking anyway. Oh, I'm not drunk.
I wish I had the ability to be able to change my appearance for an hour.
Okay.
Because I want to test how it is to get pulled over looking like this by a cop, and then test myself as a black person, as a black young man, same size and everything, all the same shit, but black, getting pulled over by the same cop.
Been more than
Depends.
an hour. We've been sitting for an hour. My watch says that we should get up and walk.
Oh, we don't. I don't believe in that.
Whatever.
Stagnation is good for the liver.
Is
But
it?
no. It's
Yeah,
not.
the bill on what you
Seriously,
think.
right?
Nothing's good for anything if you're just sitting too long.
Yeah, seriously.
That's why
yeah.
it says get up.
I
and
think
walk.
the response would be pretty much the same, except the cop would be a little more nervous. I think with a black person, maybe they might be a little more just looking for
It
danger.
also depends on where you are.
You know?
It depends on what kind of area you're in.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, depending on how many black people are in the area anyway.
If they're just used to dealing with
Yes.
black people, you're not going to have a problem
be
if he was
some
black.
police officers who will be like, "Oh, it's just a black guy. All right, so I'm going to treat him like everyone else." But
Yeah.
then there will be police officers in some areas. It'll be like, "Oh, it's a black guy." Hold on, I gotta call two more. I gotta call 2 more cars in before I even walk up. And then when I do walk up, I'm going to make sure that my hand is casually resting on my pistol.
Yes, I can concur.
Dude, it's.
Don't worry, we had a black president. Racism is over.
Yeah, man.
No, it's not.
What are you talking about? Mario, we had a black president. Obviously, there's no more racism.
You know what? You know what's the best test for racism. It's for you can't do it,
I don't see
but
colors.
but it's for like for me, for example, if I really wanted to test my parents, to bring a black girl home as my girlfriend.
Where we at?
I think my parents in public would be like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome. What's her name? Blah blah blah." Right? They wouldn't even mention the fact she's black. But once she left, I think.
What were you thinking?
No,
Like,
no.
where'd you meet this girl,
No.
Mario?
No.
Who
It would-
have
it
you
would
been
not be
hanging
like
out
that.
with?
It would be very, very, very casual questions, kind of like, "Oh,
So what
where'd
does she
you meet
do?
her? What does she do? Does
Tell
she
us
have
she's not a
brothers?
criminal.
Are they in jail?"
Yeah.
Like, it would be questions like that, I think. I think my dad more so than my mom. You know what? My parents are a little complicated because my mom was born in Angola, which is in Africa for most of you Americans that don't know geography. And she's used to living around black people. And she likes black people just fine, and she fucking hates racism, and she hates that shit, right? My dad was born in Portugal, and Portugal is white, and we had slaves at some point. In fact, we kind of made the whole slave thing a business.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was us.
the trade. Yes.
Yeah, we made that happen. Sorry.
Huh.
But good money though. But
Right.
like my dad doesn't give a fuck because my dad's kind of like a rebel, and he's first of all he's not religious. Second of all, he doesn't like assholes, even though he is an asshole. He's a funny asshole though. So I don't think honestly I don't think my parents would care. I don't think so. Maybe they
Although
would care if she was like Hood and Ratchet.
I dig that though. That's
yeah.
like the ultimate.
If you bring
test.
a ratchet bitch home, it doesn't matter what color they are.
Yeah.
Word. Truth.
If it was like
truth.
Catch Me Outside.
Like scummy people are scummy people. You know.
Yeah.
How-
you come
how-
in with "Catch Me Outside," girl.
Before I say what I'm about to say, how old is Catch Me Outside?
Too young.
Definitely
Too young,
underage.
too young.
Definitely.
Is she underage?
100%.
young.
Nothing that I
Too
was gonna
young.
say matters. Don't worry about it.
Like 15 or something.
Yo,
No
but
fucking
like,
way.
for real
Yeah,
though,
sure.
right? Crazy shit.
Right?
Seriously.
Hold on a second.
Like
Okay.
it doesn't make any
We
sense.
got a Kyle incoming.
but like emotionally and intellectually, she's ugly as fuck.
I mean, hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah,
let me,
yeah.
Let
Howdy,
me,
hey.
Let me just figure out. You know, hold on.
Let me just put up our splash screen real quick.
Hold on a second.
What's up, man?
Yes.
We're virtually live. So I took the video off because you're here.
Oh, okay. Wait, take the audio off.
Took the video off
Oh, okay.
because camera.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, howdy.
I'm just trying to find out how old the Catch Me Outside girl is before I say that I'll totally bang her. By the way,
young.
she just
She's
turned
too
14
young.
in 2017.
Wow, how long away?
Yeah. I would give her the benefit of the doubt. man.
Holy
I just
shit.
gotta give her the benefit of the doubt.
Hey, Kyle.
Oh, I totally brought my dash in. It's in my car.
Okay, let's try.
Probably.
All the ratchets.
Yeah, there's just.
Okay.
And there's also some business.
All right. Yeah, I can take us down for a minute.
Oh yeah.
Let's
All right,
just
we'll be back.
see y'all later.
I don't remember what we're talking about.
Welcome back to the Old Millennial Show. Today we're going to talk about
we took a break.
what to do with our parents when they're dead.
No, a little backstory. This is how the conversation started, okay? JP over here asked me to my face. He goes, "Hey, Mario,
To his face.
do your parents know you're atheist? Like I'm hiding that I love black dick or something." and
Now, to be fair,
it's fine. if you like black
Mario's
dick.
parents don't actually know that he likes black dick.
Yeah, it's
They
a little bit of a
just
secret.
know that he's an atheist.
Dude, I don't know if I like black dick.
You would know or not? You would know. You would know.
I never tried.
I'm just gonna be
You know what?
quiet.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
I've never been paid enough to try.
Yeah, I mean, how can you say that you don't like it if you've never tried it?
Exactly.
Fair.
I mean,
fair.
you at least got to give it a chance.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
Not for free.
I mean, then how will you know? Maybe you like it.
Because I really enjoy when shit comes out of my ass.
I mean,
But I remember being a little boy.
maybe black
And
dicks
this
just
sounds
tastes
like
good.
pedophilia, but I remember getting a suppository in my butt.
Yeah.
Which is a pill that you take in your butt.
That's what suppositories are.
Didn't like it.
I mean, go get yourself a dildo and try it out.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Because, you know what? Fuck this piece of shit. 'Cause that's gay as fuck, son. I'm not putting a dick in my ass.
It's
You
not
know,
a dick.
You know, they
It's
make
a
some
dildo.
specifically for men, actually.
I know.
But actually, butt plugs
prostate,
are specifically designed
when
for men
marriages
in
get
general.
boring, the wife fucks you in the butt. I get it, man.
No, I
I'm
mean
not
like
there yet.
literally just a butt plug.
I'm not
They're
there yet.
designed for
Oh,
men.
word, yeah. You gotta be
listen.
like married to the same girl for like
Exactly.
15
Like, I
years
fucked
before
her
you
in
can
every
start
piece
getting
of
into
porn.
butt stuff.
Like, I'm not.
Gotta save that for later in life,
Yeah,
you know.
dude.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
Why are you so
That's a fair
excited for
point.
me to try a dick in the ass?
Lean in.
Why don't you try a dick in your ass?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, okay, great.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
That's good. It's
Honestly, I mean, it wasn't great, but no objections. It was just, this is uncomfortable.
good. Exactly. Thank you for letting me know.
I mean,
Uncomfortable, not for me.
to be fair, if
Whoa,
it was
whoa, whoa,
something
whoa.
that you learned to
Whoa,
like,
you know that it
there's
wasn't for
definitely
him.
potential.
It
don't
might
wanna
still
dick in my butt,
still
man.
be for you.
It's not a dick.
No, it's just some plastic. That's all
Maybe
it
a
is.
finger.
It's a nice soft piece of silicone.
Guys, we're hold on. We're
Oh,
going.
did we get sidetracked again? Oh man, how did we
Whoa.
start talking about
JP
putting stuff in
JP
butts?
is lost right now.
Now,
How did that happen?
So anyway, we're back. So all this because of a joke. So we're back. Anyway, so you asked me about the whole atheist thing, my parents, and I said no, fuck that. And then somebody else, Keith over there, who you can't see in the camera. Keith was like, well, what did you ask?
Hey, Mike.
Right. So if my parents were to die, would I, because if they're Christian or Catholic or whatever, would I follow their wishes? And I said, fuck that, son. Nah, bro. I'm not doing that. It's just expensive. And then somebody else said, I think it was Mike, he was like, well, you got to do what it says in your will. Like, not if I have to pay for it. I don't got to do shit. And then somebody else, who did, oh my God. Somebody else, I
Oh,
see.
you gotta put the,
responsibility.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boom. So, no, fuck that, bro. I'm not doing that shit. That's money. They're dead. They're just, it's just material now. It's just compost. You just fucking stick it somewhere.
Can we go back to Kurt sharing that he tried a dick in the ass?
Not a dick.
Whoa.
Dildo, not. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get it right,
That's a
JP.
big difference, man.
That is a huge
There's a very big distance. Yeah,
one,
difference there.
there's a guy sweating, and the other one is just, you know,
Is
difference.
you know, a private experience.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
just like
the
I'm just
question.
in
No,
my
no, no,
room and I'm
no,
bored.
yeah.
By yourself, or did someone was there?
No, it was just a try. It's all by myself. Just, you know, quiet little room at home.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair.
It was
You know?
like, you know what? I'm gonna see. I didn't like it.
it's like millions of
exploration.
men like this. Might as well give it a try and see what.
Seriously,
May
it
as
was
well give
it
it a
was
try.
I was just gonna try it, and it wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't bad. I was not in pain, but it's not something I would seek out.
Okay.
Like if my girlfriend decided she was all of a sudden really into it, I probably would do it for her. But otherwise, it's nothing special.
I don't want to peg.
Again, not
what
talking
if
about
she
that.
wants
Just
to
like
peg?
having in a butt plug or
Guess
something.
what? I'm
I don't
getting
know.
a girlfriend.
But
Really?
it's Daenerys
Is it really that big of
Stormborn.
a deal breaker? Like, You know?
Daenerys Stormborn wants to peg you.
Hold
come
on.
on. Like, come on.
Hold on.
Problem here.
Like Mother of Dragons.
Emilia Clarke wants to stick it in my butt.
No. Specifically Daenerys.
I like Emilia more than Daenerys.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Whatever it
Emilia
is.
Clarke, sure, yeah.
Emilia Clarke wants to stick
But
something
like
in my
she's
butt.
got like this like really nice dragon dildo strap on kind of.
Oh yeah, the big bed blue.
Yeah, it's a big old
blue
dragon dick.
There you
All
go.
right,
It's a big old
once I
dragon dick.
recover, what can I do to her?
Oh, I mean.
I mean, it's just
it's consensual.
yeah.
So I can do whatever.
I mean, you know, within.
You can have your normal sexual fantasy.
With her.
Yeah, sure.
Again, you can't go
Well,
crazy.
Yeah, don't get weird, but like get a little weird. It's fine. She got a little weird with you, so you can get a
the
little
the
weird with her.
normal amount of kink. You
Yeah,
know.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah. You know,
Emilia
like
Clarke.
you can't, you know, do that thing, but you could do pretty much whatever and anything else.
I would probably let her peg me. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And then you'll like go out and like have dinners and stuff together
Yeah.
and like watch movies and
Yeah.
cuddle.
Anything to make her smile. Her smile is fucking delicious. She's wonderful.
well, how about that? You just get yourself a smile. You win a smile.
I don't know, man. I could just trip in front of her and
Yeah,
hurt
I can get smiles for a lot less than a dick in the ass.
Yeah.
But it's what she wants. I mean, let's say it's a deal breaker for her if it's a no.
Oh
A
man.
deal breaker in what sense?
Like, you're not gonna get shit if she doesn't get to put it in your ass.
I already covered that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like
if that's what it takes.
if me getting a little in the butt, then I'll do that for her,
Okay.
and then we get to hang out and I get to fuck her brains out.
Assuming you could try. Like,
What?
assuming you could try to get that long, you know, satisfy and everything.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's.
He'll take his time.
Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Anti-orgasm pills.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Wait, what is she, a hooker? Like, I can only go with her until I bust once?
What? No.
That's a question. With hookers, is it over once you climax, or do you keep
It's over
going
when
for
you run out of
climax?
money.
It's over when you climax, pretty much.
What
Typically.
if I paid for like
Well,
an hour?
actually, it depends.
Yeah, it depends.
It's whatever you pay for.
Yeah, are you paying for an amount of time or are you paying for a service?
I paid
Right.
for an hour.
Well, then if you
Then
paid for
it's
an
an
hour,
hour.
then you get an hour.
But at the same time, you gotta space it out, though, man. You can't. I mean, unless you're just a weirdo who just want to, bust a nut in the first 10 minutes and just hang out with her for the rest of the time. That's weird.
Why can't I
Let's
just
let's
bust
cuddle for
Ultimately,
like
multiple nuts
15
for an
minutes,
hour?
and
Ultimately,
then
you wanna-
so I can bust another nut.
Yeah.
No, well,
Let's cuddle for 15 minutes.
Or go out,
and
have
then-
a cigarette
and then
break,
bust another
come
nut.
back.
I'm
do it
not
again.
cuddling with a hooker.
Okay, fine. Let's just chill for like 5 minutes. Let me get some water. Let me sip this Gatorade.
well, busting multiple nuts, I think is pretty rare for the normal individual. Maybe you might get. I don't know. That's
You
tough.
just got to work on that.
Yeah,
JP.
man. Like
You
I
know,
can
meditate.
build up my stamina. I'm at least 3 right now. Come
Yeah.
on.
You're not strong.
I'm at
Yeah,
three.
do some
Three's
kegels.
pretty
Do some
normal.
kegels, JP.
Disclaimer. I can't do that, and I can't last long if I'm not attracted to the girl. I need to find her sexy.
Of course, of course.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Because then I'm good
yeah.
to go for a while.
you can.
So let me get this straight. You guys can bust 3 consecutive nuts, or is there some?
I mean, like,
Uh,
yeah. Well, if you keep going, but there's enough time, like a 5 minute, you just keep going though.
Yeah,
you
but
don't.
I
You just
can't-
gotta
I
not
can't-
lose it.
But I can't it can't be like and then I'm back on it. No.
No.
need
You,
like
you
a
take
minute,
you slow down
a
for a
minute
couple
pause.
minutes. Yeah, but you gotta the challenge is keeping it hard enough through that build
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. I'm
That's
fine.
right. Well,
I'm
that's
fine.
really
if
what
I
it
think
is.
she's hot. If
That's what the
otherwise-
actual workout is learning to keep it hard.
You know-
Because every guy could do it again.
I
but-
actually there was this girl I casually hooked up with one time, and I was attracted to her, but she's not like a 10. But she's attractive.
10s aren't real, man. They just don't exist.
No, they're.
It's a
fucking-
unicorn.
It just depends on who's looking at it. So we hooked up with her, and it was like really good, and we laughed like fucking awesome. All right, and then I figured, all right, so if it was awesome this time, fuck it, let's do it again, right? That second time was really bad, and I felt bad because I was done like, and then that was it, like an old man, like. And I was like, holy fucking shit, is this a problem? And then later on, tried again, and same issue, and I was like, man, maybe I have a problem. then I did it with another girl, and it was like, oh, I'm back. This is excellent again. And then that girl again, and it was like, it happened again. That's when I figured it out. If it's casual and I don't give a fuck about her, it's only a one-time thing. It's only a one-time thing. It's not gonna be excellent twice in a row. It's not gonna happen. So it's not.
Action.
Because it's attractive, not because it's like, ooh, naked girl. No, it's ooh, naked girl I've never seen. So it's like new noises, new skin, new everything, new experience. And the second time, I just don't give a fuck about her, so it's like, no. So, fun fact. There you go. Discovered some things. A lot of knowledge. So, yeah, when it's like a thing that I enjoy, the time or whatever, oh, yeah, I could go. Yeah, dude. If I pay for a room for 4 hours, guess who's getting fucked 4 hours? She can fuck 4 hours.
That's a long time, man. I mean, yeah.
No,
I don't think
not
you're
4 hours straight.
Yeah, you're not gonna book a prostitute for 4 hours. I mean, you book
Hell
someone
no,
else.
that's like $1,000, bro. Fuck that. For a good one. For a shitty one, actually. $1,000 for a shitty one.
$100, yeah.
Man, we really need microphones that everyone can lean into. The difference in quality. You guys all sound like you're so far away.
Oh, do we really?
Me and JP sound fine.
But I can't.
I know, that's what I mean.
Me and Mario are just gonna.
Like, we gotta get Matt close.
You know, maybe you should share a
like-
Yeti. Maybe the Yeti is a better idea.
That's what I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I agree.
And we were like, fuck it.
You want to change it?
But now here we are.
It's not very hard.
Well, we can
You wanna-
test it. This is
Yeah,
test
that's
show.
what I
It's
mean,
not like
it's
we
right
got
there.
fucking 200 people watching us and we can't.
Who's watching?
Yeah, exactly.
How many people watching us right now?
How many people are watching?
Like
Let's
one.
see. Click over.
This is actually really terrible from YouTube, man. Like, we gotta. I don't know. When we start, we need to use another platform, man, to bring more people, man.
I can do
Facebook,
Twitch.
Tiny
I
Chat,
can do
Twitch.
a
Gotta
whole
use
bunch of
something.
different services.
Really terrible from YouTube, man. Like, we gotta. I
Where's
don't know.
that by itself, man?
When we
Oh,
start,
wow,
we
we're actually
need to
pretty
use
good
another
on the live
platform,
stream.
man, to bring
We're
more
like
people, man.
about 5 seconds delay. I can do
Facebook?
Twitch.
Yeah,
I can do a whole bunch of
For some reason, we all got a
different
really good connection here. I don't know if the Wi-Fi is really working out.
services. We're actually pretty good on the live
quality
stream.
looks good.
We're like
People, man.
about 5 seconds.
Very minimal.
Pretty damn clean.
Did you want to plug this in and try?
Yeah, so just take out this guy.
I didn't.
Oh,
Excellent.
I mean, like,
Camera is connected. Why you give me this issue? Go away. Hello, hello. Oh, I am there. Yeti.
Now it is in biped mode, like you know, front,
Biped?
front and back. Yeah, so you
Front
can
and
use
back.
area.
So we
That
could
might
do
work
like
just like
this.
that, yeah.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
That sounds.
Does that sound good? Because I'm muted over here.
Yeah, you sound good.
You're muted.
It's got a little red light.
No, that's not.
No, that's-
Muted is
it's-
flashing.
Oh.
That just means power.
Oh, perfect. All right, we
Check,
learned.
1, 2, 1, 2. How you
We
guys
learned
doing?
things.
Oh, no, you guys are really hot. We're really quiet.
Gain.
Oh, okay. Gain.
Again.
Gain.
Turn the gains down.
Turning.
Turning.
Turning. Turning. Turning. Turning.
hello.
Turning. Turning.
You can just
Turning.
keep going.
Turning. 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 Turning.
Jeez, you
Turning
guys
them
are
down.
Oh, okay. So there we go. Levels. Turn it down.
Do you want me to turn my gain back up now?
No.
No.
Dude, I
Okay.
can hear you from his headset.
Yeah, seriously, right?
Yeah,
Jesus
you guys are
Christ.
really hot. Oh, let's play duck.
Yeah, my gains are like all the way down.
Also, check out the system level. For some reason, it always starts out like 100%. I found that more closer to 50% is better on the
Yeah.
system level.
Well, especially on ours, because, yeah. Try again, guys.
Trying again. I'm trying again. I'm
All right,
here.
JP, talking to yours so I can get another level from you.
Yeah, what's going on here?
JP.
JP.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mic check 1, 2. I'm here.
All right, let's turn it down a little more. Try again.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing.
That's about good. Yeah.
Is that good right there?
Yep.
All
And
right,
I think
we're
that's a lot
back.
better for the background noise.
We're focused.
Yeah, this is much better.
Come together right now.
Over me.
But yeah. Now what?
Do.
Uh,
So Mario.
Yeah.
Dicks.
Dicks. Yeah.
Dicks.
Dicks. They're everywhere.
That sound good.
We sound pretty
Dicks.
good.
Yeah.
Dicks in your ass.
All right, where we at? Dicks and ass? We all
No.
eventually get a dick in our ass at some
No.
point.
I mean,
know.
like
Yeah.
metaphorically.
I mean,
No.
are we gonna have like a family
Literally.
share day? We're all gonna
Oh.
come in and try dicks in the ass.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll bring in my dildos. You guys bring in your dildos. And
I'll bring in
we'll
my
just-
magic
Need to
bag of
purchase
tricks.
one.
I don't have any.
I got a big old bag,
I
Mario.
don't
I think I
have
can find
any
one
either.
for you.
I
have a
give them
bunch.
all away.
Oh, you've got like a Barney bag
I've got a
full
bag.
of dildos?
Yeah,
Got a
I've got a
bag?
bag.
Why the
Bring it
fuck
in.
do you have a bag of dildos?
He's got a girlfriend.
So you keep it in your house?
Yeah, we usually have sex there.
First.
Yeah, that's where I would have.
You have a strap on in that arsenal?
No.
For what?
For what?
Hey.
If you-
Although I've always myself wanted to put a strap on.
Oh,
So I can
the
bang
double
and
dick
shake.
fantasy.
So you can DP somebody yourself?
Yes.
You know, you can do that with just like a vibrator or whatever.
It's not the same.
No. They need to both be attached.
Yes.
I mean, it'll naturally come out.
Specifically
You
the
can just
double dick
use
fantasy.
Your crotch to push it.
No, I get it, but
If you can imagine it, it's a fetish, JP.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just remember.
I mean,
hold on a
actually
second. You've
definitely
never
is.
like been with a girl with like something shaking around her ass?
Something shaking. Well, I've done the butt plug thing. I said that, but as far as like DP,
But it wasn't going
that's-
like.
Would you consider that DP?
Yeah.
Butt plug. in
I
there,
mean,
kinda?
yeah, on a
If there's
technicality.
something in her ass.
Yeah,
you can fuck her.
there is a second penetration.
Yeah.
Ergo.
That's cool. I just don't want the penetration device attached to me.
Why
It's
not?
kind of weird, man. I don't know.
Oh, no, that's
fuck's
fair.
that weird?
That's fair. Hey, whoa. This
Yeah,
is
like-
this is the thing that you like. It's not necessarily the thing that everyone likes.
I don't like. I just figured it'd be fucking like. First of all, I think it would be fucking hilarious.
I mean, it'd be an interesting.
Hold on, babe.
If you could just like slip that on, like surprise,
And
like
where
she
would it-
doesn't realize
Well,
that it's
where
there.
would it be better? Like
question.
over mine or under mine?
I mean, I think that's gonna
Probably
be
over.
like
Probably
based off
over.
of your preference. But yeah,
Under
probably
mine?
over.
No, get closer.
Oh my bad, sorry.
Also, the table noise is really loud from that mic.
God damn it! Stop.
I mean,
doing
literally,
table
just like
noise.
this is really loud in your mic. I can hear it.
Are
you serious?
Oh, quite loud. That's quite loud. You like need to put that on a piece of foam or something. Like that's actually like.
Crazy.
That's nuts.
Well,
Fuck
here.
this mic. All right, I'm gonna test it. Test. Ready? Here we go. Okay,
Yo, that is
light,
loud.
mad light, mad light.
loud.
Can you hear that? Are you serious? Yeah. It's fucking nuts.
Attached directly to the table, man.
What about this? All right. That's wow, that's bananas. Oh, perfect, dude. Hold on. You think that's gonna work?
Should help.
Consider that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's better. It's
Just gotta avoid table movement.
give his headset back. God damn it.
Honestly, let's say if you guys could get a gooseneck, it would be the best, or some kind of one of these jobbies.
Well,
Yeah, and they have the fucking
shock. The
clamp.
G Shock.
That's the next investment. You guys gonna have to get those,
Knock 'em out.
those big old
Uh,
radio announcer arms.
Yeah.
I might get it for myself for Christmas, man.
Desk clamp. Yeah, I'm gonna get one too. A desk clamp with the shock mount in it.
I already told my mom, and mom was like,
On Amazon, they're like $10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cheap as fuck.
I told my mom, I was like, yo, ma, if you're gonna get me like a sweater for Christmas, don't.
Yeah. I asked my mom for socks.
No. I specifically went around my room and I was like, listen, if you need gift ideas, because you feel like you don't understand me, I guess, just like, well, this thing, I don't know, like, what to get you. I don't
We never talk anymore, Mario.
we
you
don't.
always
I don't-
spend all your time in your room by yourself, jerking
Or
off.
at the office.
Yeah, basically. So I walked around and I'm like, listen, ma, all you gotta do is walk in my room and be like, oh shit, he's got a Dragon Ball Z Goku kick as fuck.
Nah.
She knows what it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, she knows what it is.
She knows who Goku is?
Absolutely. She can me spell it.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, ma,
I mean, how do you spell Goku wrong?
are you kidding me?
I mean,
Are we not in
Wh-
America?
how would
they
you
would
spell
figure
it
out a way
wrong?
to spell it wrong?
The U at the end?
like
J-O-K-U.
G-O-K-O-O?
G-O-K-U.
I mean, that's kind of exactly how you'd think it would be spelled.
If I can
though.
get it right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I walked around my room and I was like, ma, look at the figures and look at I have comic books and stuff. You could buy me like a cool comic book volume. You could
Yeah, but what is a cool comic book volume, Mario? Like,
Get you
She could
the
just look at the
Watchmen
ones
in
that I
print.
have and be like, does he have the complete set? Okay, that one says 4. Is it? Yeah, no, it's not. I can get 5. Boom, buy 5. Whatever, doesn't matter. And I was like, look at my monitors. My monitors are all sitting on my desk. Maybe I could get him monitor arms. These are all like practical things that will make like a world of difference for me.
you should make a list of like
Nah,
gift
man,
ideas
that's
for
not good.
people who might buy gifts for you.
I'm not getting married. That's not good. This is not like a fucking what is it, marriage gift thing or birth, whatever.
Yeah, I know it's not a gift registry, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't know. That's a pretty typical thing that like my family does around Christmas, is that we'll like make lists of things that we could use as presents.
Negative.
Just like, this is a thing I'd like. Because, you know, that really prevents the, oh, I got you this thing. Great, it's a thing I don't need. Or, great, it's a thing I already have.
Or
Also, yeah, I asked for.
fuck, it's a sweater.
So I asked for part for my TV. Yeah, I get that
Like a
DLP
stand
chip.
or
What?
a chip?
A DLP chip.
Oh.
Basically, it turns an old TV into a new TV. God, I'm speech jamming myself. It turns an old TV into a new TV.
Ow.
You know the way a DLP projector works?
Fuck no.
So they're theatrical grade projectors.
Okay.
Basically, a wheel spins around in front of a light,
Yeah.
and it's got some like gels on it, colors.
Yeah.
So as the wheel spins, it's a certain color for a certain amount of time, and every time that color is supposed to be on the screen, there's a little chip that's got a whole set of mirrors, and the mirrors are either tilted down where you don't,
Yeah.
or they're tilted up when you get picture. So it flips on and off a couple hundred times a second for each color.
Wow.
And you can replace that chip in a DLP TV in addition to the lamp and give yourself a brand new television.
Television's magic.
It's a $2,000 television, 60-inch something, and you can make it a brand new TV for less than $300.
Shit, yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Right, like I'm not buying a new TV. I'm just buying new parts for the old one.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? If you can do it, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's literally as simple as opening the door in the back that says change bulb and change chip.
Yeah. Hold on a second. You have an old fucking like tube TV type shit?
No, it's not a CRT. It's a DLP. It's a rear projection television. So it's actually a projector, like theatrical grade projector, but in a box. That makes a 60-inch screen. Pretty nice TV.
Pretty cool.
Got it from Costco for like $1,000.
When?
I think I was 15 when I got it, and I spent my own money on it because it was $1,500, but it was the one on the shelf, and it was like, yeah. So I was like, does it come with a manual? No. Does it come with a remote? No. $1,000, and they sold it to me.
Shit. Why not, right?
Yeah,
Fuck.
it was pretty nice.
Yeah, fuck that. I like new ones. But yeah. So yeah, gifts ideas.
Yeah, I don't see why you don't make a list. Like, it's,
don't know,
it's a really
man.
practical thing to do.
I'd be totally fine with it. I don't think my parents would be.
Okay.
I'm a practical guy, so it doesn't really matter.
Right, yeah, that's why it, like, surprised me to think that you were, like, against the idea of, here's a list of things that you could get from me as a gift.
I do kind of think that's a little dick move. Like, hey, bro.
You know, I understand
You know what I
where
mean?
you're coming from, because it's kind of like you're saying, you don't know what I would like, here is a list of things, please get me these things. Because then you're already assuming that it's kind of like, I am getting a gift from you.
Yeah.
You know, and then you're like pushing them, saying like, "Get me one of these things."
Yeah.
And I get that, but I don't.
Practically.
I don't see it that way.
In a
Because like
practical
you're
sense?
already obligated to get the other person a gift. Like
Not
that's.
true.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. Do you get your parents a great gift every year? Like.
I usually get my parents something.
Well, right, but usually a cheesy thing, and they kind of get you something nice or.
My
I
mom.
mean, I've been trying to get nice things for my parents lately.
I mean, I
I've
have
been-
as well.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I got him a Blu-ray player and that kind of stuff. Like, but I usually do a joint present as well for like the parents.
Right.
Dude, my mom gets Pandora charms for a bracelet that I'm
That's fair.
filling up.
That's fair.
Great.
Yeah. that's
Listen,
fine. Yeah.
listen, viewers.
Totally understandable.
People, men mostly. if you have a wife,
Nobody.
if you have a girlfriend, if you have
All of the nobody listen to us.
whatever. This is practice.
Thank you, nobody listening.
Exactly.
Someone
if
will
you
watch this
have a
eventually.
woman in your life who you need to buy a gift for eventually, but it's fucking annoying and you hate doing it, get him a Pandora bracelet and then buy him a charm for birthday and buy him a charm for Christmas.
My girlfriend specifically said, "Do not get me any more jewelry."
Fucked.
Yeah, it's over now.
Who the fuck call me?
Yeah.
I don't want it. Fuck off.
You're just gonna have to get a new girlfriend.
Yeah,
Start over.
there you go.
Just start over
boom.
the cycle.
But
Yeah.
Get
yeah.
the same jewelry for the next girlfriend.
My mom, I get her Pandora charms, and my dad, I get him collectible cars.
You wanna know what I got my dad? Actually, last week, you already gave it to him for part of his Christmas present. A bottle brush.
What?
A bottle brush. A brush for cleaning bottles.
Why the fuck do you
Yeah.
want to do that?
Because, bottles have like a narrow neck and they get wider. You need a
Yeah,
specific
yeah,
style of
you're not
brush.
focused.
He
You're not-
wants to know why you would clean a bottle.
Yeah.
Because sometimes bottles aren't garbage.
Like when?
When they're reusable.
Also, when you do a lot of shows, you need props. Like specifically, just here's an old green glass bottle that can be used for X to
I
represent
guess.
scotch.
But like for
Or-
an average person, like
I mean, for an average person, you have a reusable water bottle. It gets pretty dirty after a while, huh?
So this cleans the inside or the
Yes, it's a bottle.
Right,
It's a
yeah.
brush
Okay.
that's
It's hard
to
narrow
clean
and then
the
it gets
inside of a
really
bottle.
fluffy.
Oh, nice,
So you can
nice.
scrub the inside of the bottle.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Alright,
to
okay.
reuse the bottle for something.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he said bottle, I'm thinking like bottle.
Like like a disposable, yeah, no,
fuck,
but
like
like
your
something
bottle.
you like
Let me
a
clean these liquor
reuse or
bottles,
whatever.
yeah.
Not keep
Water
it.
bottle or container for some food or something.
Although, I do like the way Bailey's bottles look. They're nice.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't keep one.
I save balls bottles because I like balls bottles. Yeah, those blue balls.
Yeah.
Love
Balls.
getting blue balls.
You guys ever like immaturely collect all the bottles you drink?
No.
No.
For like a month or two in college.
Oh, I save certain bottles too. I save ones that are really cool. Like I've got an alien head
Yeah.
vodka. It's an alien head, a glass alien head. I save that. I've got this stuff called ocean vodka, which comes in a big blue ball. And it's all glass. I saved that bottle. But like generally just things that look cool.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're like, oh, look what I
yeah.
drank.
Yeah, I can relate to that one. We got we ordered a bottle of vodka from like Holland. It's called like Bong vodka.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And like it's literally shaped like the traditional bong, where it's just like a little cylinder and then there's a water or like a catch area on the bottom, and then there's a little indent like right here
That you can drill out.
where you could potentially drill through
And
and
make
put
it.
a piece to make it a bong.
Why don't you do that?
We did that.
You did it. Okay.
Why the fuck wouldn't they do that?
I don't know. He's describing it as if he didn't. He said, "There's if you wanted to."
Oh, you
know.
can. It's implications.
Well, I mean,
Can and I
yeah,
did.
I did.
It's
it.
implied.
We did
Okay.
it, but like that's right. They
Gotcha,
sell
gotcha.
that. It's not. That's not its purpose.
JP.
You know, it's just that the bottle is shaped like a traditional water pipe
Yes.
For tobacco use only.
for tobacco use only. We only used it for tobacco.
That's
I
right.
don't have to say that.
Wait, what would you use it
We no, we only
mean,
used
that's
it for
it.
tobacco.
It's for tobacco.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Unless you live in Colorado.
100%.
'Cause
We
then it's for
only-
weed.
We
Or
only ever
Massachusetts.
used it for tobacco.
Or Washington?
Washington's not. Massachusetts not legal yet. Washington it is.
Okay. How many states we got legalized yet?
8.
Colorado,
8.
Washington.
I think there's 8 that have it coming up.
Oh, cool. I was gonna guess 7, so that's pretty good.
I'm guessing 13 if you add like medical and.
Oh, if you add
Oh,
medical,
that's
it's a
fair,
lot
yeah,
more.
If you add medical, yeah.
Medical
it's a
does.
But
lot
I think
more.
there's like
Yeah,
6 states that
'cause-
are just completely legal, and then a couple more where it's decriminalized. There's Alaska, Washington, Colorado.
Dude, everything in Alaska should be legal. Everything. For you to live there
I mean,
and not be on drugs,
like in Alaska, like they're pretty lax on marijuana.
you're pretty lax on everything.
It's legal.
You
It's legal
can-
there.
Yeah, exactly.
it's completely legal.
Yeah, you can just grow plants in Alaska. There's just like
There's a limit
whatever.
on the plants you can have.
Yeah,
that's
but
it.
like
You can't have a fucking
It's
production
Alaska.
plant
Farm.
going.
No.
you know.
it's Alaska.
But to be fair,
they
right?
pay you
Who's
really-
gonna? Where are you gonna put a farm?
Yeah, they do pay you to live in Alaska. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, because it's shitty, and the pipeline.
It's shitty.
Pipeline.
Well,
Yeah, you get, oil royalties.
Right. Yeah,
That's what it is.
that's what it is.
Yeah, it's so that they can put the pipeline down.
Right. Yes.
Haha, by the way, Keystone, they fucking popped.
Oh yeah, that happened. That was the thing that happened like
What happened?
last week. The Keystone pipeline. The
That
one
I vehemently went against.
there was a lot of talk about that because people didn't want it. There was a lot of protests, and then it went forward anyway. There was an oil leak. There was a very large
major.
Yeah, huge
There's a
spill.
very large oil leak.
Isn't it like? Can I just point this out? I know that it's harder, more expensive, and more prone to accident to carry the oil with trucks and trains.
Yeah.
Especially
It is.
over ice.
It is
Yeah.
100%. Dude, totally 100%.
Yeah, but couldn't they have moved the pipeline somewhere else?
Yes, they could have,
Seriously, right?
but they wanted to save money.
Well, I mean, they were already making a whole lot of pipeline. So.
I know. Trust me, I know. I get it. And they, I'm sorry, they could build these things in a way that they're spill proof.
Yes.
They can.
I was about to say that.
They can.
Potentially, yeah.
But that's more
There is
money.
no
Build a
such
fucking
thing as
pipe,
proof.
Build a pipe within
Yeah,
a pipe.
there is no such
right?
thing as proof. There's always going to be the potential for
Resistant. Yes. Proof, no.
Okay. Oh, spill resistant. Yeah, spill
Yes,
resistant.
yeah, absolutely.
Spill resistant.
You could
You will
like,
never
take-
not be able
like,
to spill
You can
it.
make efforts to prevent like excessive damage if there is some sort of catastrophe.
Like I just
But,
picture.
like you can never ever make something
And like you should
100%.
move in.
You never make anything
But
100%.
What
like,
if you put a pipe inside like a larger pipe?
or a
you know?
channel.
what happens when the larger pipe breaks?
Well, the thing is
How do you fix the inner pipe?
it
when
won't
the-
be. It
Yeah,
should
how
be-
do you fix the inner pipe when the inner pipe breaks?
I guess there would have to be an
Valves.
entrance, I guess, to get inside of it.
Got
Okay.
valves
Yeah.
along the pipe.
Right.
You could just seal off the pipe and then fix the problem.
You know what I'm saying? And you could do
Right,
a
yeah.
double
Oh, there
layer,
are
triple
valves in the
layer,
pipe.
Yeah.
quadruple layer pipe. Sounds crazy and
No,
expensive.
no, they're
That's probably why
layered.
it won't
They're,
happen.
they're layered. They're
yeah,
definitely layered.
They're already like
The,
layers.
the
leaks
issue
have,
is
like,
the pricing.
But how much of a gap is between these layers, though? You know.
No, it's not. It's not
It's-
like that. They don't
yeah.
actually have pipes
Exactly.
and pipes.
Within
a pipe.
That's-
Bulkhead.
It's
Yeah.
it's actually it doesn't make any sense.
I assume the pipes are like
honestly.
coated in
Really?
something or
You
what
don't
have
see that
you.
making sense?
No, that doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
question: what causes leaks?
Anything and
high
everything.
Pressure, high pressure.
Pressure and it
usually.
just burst.
Yeah.
And shitty cheap construction.
But wouldn't the pipe within a pipe, if the initial pipe, the inside pipe break, wouldn't it just fall inside the other pipe and just kind of?
Not if the other
flow?
pipes put together with the same standards. It's gonna break too.
Yeah.
Well, I would think there would be a huge delay before the other pipe, would go.
How do you know?
I mean, just physics. Think about like a pipe within a pipe.
No.
within
How
a
would you
pipe.
know?
What do you mean that it?
If that it broke. If
Oh,
it's
I
inside
don't know.
another pipe.
You're gonna
Sensors? I
have
don't
you're
know.
gonna have sensors to you'd immediately notice like a drop in pressure.
Right,
if
but
there
where
was
is
a
it?
if there was a leak.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
is
but
it?
where is
But
it?
where
You
is
can't
the leak?
visibly
Yeah.
I
identify
mean, like
a
they've
leak.
probably got plenty of sensors along the length of the pipeline, so you could just find like where it starts.
And again, we come back to the initial problem of how do you fix the inside leak if you've got a second pipe?
Well, you open the
Seal the
You
valve.
just opened
open
a
it up.
sealed pipe?
No. You seal the valve before the break, and then you can access the break.
Yeah, honestly, the how do you fix a pipe that is broken and leaking thing is just an issue in and of itself. Like, just like, you have to stop the flow.
Yeah.
Like, this pipeline has been designed so that it is constantly flowing.
Correct.
Any time that it stops flowing,
There's
it's
a
like-
problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole company is just like, well, fuck. Tell those guys at the end of the pipe to take the next day off.
Also,
Next
we
couple
lost
days.
billions.
Also, we just lost billions of dollars on the ground. But, you know,
But guess what? Keeping it flowing for that little amount of time, it pays off.
and like if there is a second pipe around it, like what is it for? Is it just collecting?
Yeah, it will literally just collect it from going into the environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, like even just with the second pipe thing, you're like tripling the cost of the pipeline.
Yeah, you
easily.
are, and that's why it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely not.
That's the reason why
Yeah,
it
no.
wouldn't happen.
These people give a fuck about the environment. They
Like,
give a
because
fuck about our
the second bigger pipe costs way more than the first pipe does.
Yeah, it's more material.
Yes.
And you gotta then worry about transporting this bigger pipe.
Oh yeah, just the
Basically,
assembly and construction of it.
It costs
yeah.
a fuckload more.
Yeah, a fuckload.
That's why they don't do it. So yeah, that's why. And
yeah,
that's why
so
these
we do
people-
like the basic safety standards.
I mean, right,
like,
assume that the
as-
pipe is made
as
to a certain
minimal
standard.
as it can be.
Well, they are, man. But these people, these mostly Native Americans, because the new pipeline they wanted to put the Native American lands.
Oh, like
and
through
stuff.
the Inuit land, yeah.
They're like, listen, bro, we don't want this shit through our land because, number one, it's our land. Number two, it's going to very specific places that we worship, which obviously I don't give a fuck about worshiping, but fuck it, that's a thing. And number 3,
respect these other people.
no, I don't respect anybody's bullshit.
Whatever, fine.
So, but number 3, they know, and it's been proven that these companies who build these pipelines have a history, a track record of major fucking leaks. This company in particular, whose name I totally don't remember.
Every different sport also has a very huge history of drug abuse. Every sport.
No, man. But this is particularly this company.
Like it's called Trans Canada Corporation.
I guess.
I mean, I'm just saying, you're gonna have problems if you run into any industry for a long enough
but
time.
these guys are more likely to have these problems. They just happen to win the bid because they're cheaper.
If they put in the most pipes, they're also gonna have the most leaks. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Where more pipe means more leaks.
That makes sense.
Right? If you're doing cross-continental pipelines as your business, you're probably gonna have more leaks than the guys that make them go from your house to the street.
I mean, yeah, but still, you can see the argument here.
It's understandable, but I would assume a lot of it is due to that, because they are putting in so much more pipe than most of the other companies.
Oh yeah, so we need to see like what's the percentage of jobs that they've had that have resulted
that have actually
in
gone
leaks.
bad.
Yes.
Just picking a number out arbitrarily without context isn't help anybody.
You got to normalize it.
Yeah.
Up, guys.
Statistics.
I'm sure it's out there.
So is there really an issue here? Is there an issue that needs to be solved?
Well, I mean, it's just a damn shame that this pipeline that received so much controversy is currently spilling.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
When
people did cause an issue.
A lot of people voted against it. There was a lot of outrage about it being on certain pieces of land.
Yes.
And now,
It just adds validity to that argument, pretty much, huh?
I mean,
Twitch.
yeah, that's exactly what it does. Yeah, certain pieces of land. Everyone was like, "This is going to be a danger to the land that it's
Adds
on."
validity to that
It's like,
argument,
yeah,
pretty
but
much,
don't worry, it won't leak. It'll be fine. And then, that's exactly what it does. Yeah, like everyone was like, "This is going to be a danger to the
Just to be
land."
clear, though, this isn't like a new pipeline. This is like the existing pipeline that was already there that I guess they were going to expand or whatever.
They're gonna make a new one.
Yeah, they're gonna, okay.
That's what they've been talking about, and Trump is all over that shit. It's like, yeah, make it.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this, man. I think maybe we just need tougher government regulations as far as.
Whoa! You want to get more government here?
Yeah, get more government. I mean, they're the only ones who have the authority to say, "Hey, you have to do this."
Yeah, but
Oh, you mean like stricter safety regulations for that sort of thing?
Whatever
Yeah,
it may
perhaps.
be. Whether it may be.
But
yeah.
then these rich folks are gonna complain that they want less regulation because it makes everything expensive and it's costing jobs.
Well, at
Yeah,
that point,
the
you counter
problem
that
there
with a
is that
federal
like
subsidy.
all of the people that make the rules are in the pocket of the people that
That
are
too.
doing the companies,
And they wanna get reelected.
So it's like, okay, so we're gonna give you a bunch of money. You vote to make sure there's no increases in safety regulations, and then we'll just keep on giving you money.
That's terrible, man.
A politician,
voting for you.
a
Like, that's-
good politician, is an individual who goes into a position with no expectation of
See you,
doing
Keith.
it again.
He's leaving.
Keith, leaving?
Bye, Keith.
That's what a good
4:30.
politician is.
4:30.
Yeah, 4:30.
Right or wrong?
Words.
It's,
Words and
it
numbers.
depends. Good. Good is honestly the word here that needs to be argued.
It means somebody who came in with an idea, wants to push that idea, whether it's the wrong or the right idea, whatever. It's their idea. They went in on this campaign. They said, "This is what I'm going to do," and if people voted for them, that's because people want them to do that thing they said they would do. Now,
Huh. We
when
have an interesting echo.
really,
All of us do a little bit.
yeah, I can hear it.
Mikey, Chucky.
But you know, it's these people don't do certain things, or they change their mind, or whatever,
That's better.
because they get paid for it, because they want to get reelected, because they want to hold the position. If you went in there with no expectation of getting the position again, you wouldn't give a fuck. You would just do what you said you were going to do.
I mean,
you would do it.
Really, I think what you're talking about is getting corporate influence out of.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible.
It's
You make it
impossible.
illegal.
It's impossible.
You make it illegal.
Where are they going to get the monies for billion-dollar campaigns from?
Yo, I love
You can
that
still
like Donald Trump
fundraise.
practically ran on the campaign of trying to get business out of politics,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
just
But
like
he's
he
accepting
kind
the
of, like,
most corporate
bullshitted it.
subsidies.
Like,
Yeah. He's
He
doing
passed.
everything.
He passed some like regulations that did like nothing,
That man
and
is
then he
business.
wrote exemptions for like all of the current existing examples of it.
I don't understand what people are thinking. I mean, this all sounds like a personal attack on the man, but let's do a personal attack on his career. This guy makes money from investments. He makes money by liquidating companies and bankrupting them. He makes money. He makes money from other people's failures that he basically caused himself. This man is all about the money. He is not a blue collar man. He is not a working man. He has never experienced poverty. He has no experience in hard work. He has no notion of what it's like to have no money. Why the fuck would rural, white, poor America support this guy?
He's not a politician, and he says it like it is.
Yeah, but he says bullshit.
Well, I say bullshit.
Yeah, but we're not politicians.
There's
No,
also
I
only
mean
two
like
choices.
a rural American.
I mean, the other choice was a crazy ass bitch, but
Yeah, there's only two realistic choices. So.
Mario's not leaning in.
my bad. I'm sorry, but
It's fine.
I think politicians should be like objective, man. Like, don't go in there with your, what you think the world should be and all this shit.
The problem
Do what the
is
people
that
want.
like there is no objective in a lot of politics. There is no this is the thing that we should do. You
Well,
know,
I mean-
that's what politics is. Politics is a debate over all of these issues that people have different opinions on.
Is that they should reflect the will of the people, maybe gauge the
Right,
people,
but
see
like
what
there's
they want.
there's a lot of people with different opinions. That's why some areas vote for some people and other areas vote for other people.
I get that, but I mean, to just simplify the country in just some type of bipartisan, political system, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It's silly. I mean, is there really only two schools of thoughts?
Well, to be right, there's a lot of our founding fathers said you can't have a two-party system. It's not going to work. You're only representing two
Yeah.
groups that not
Yeah,
necessarily
like almost
representative
all of our founding
everyone.
fathers were against a two-party system.
I won't say get rid of the parties completely, man. Fuck that
No,
shit.
you can't get rid of
Stand-
parties.
I mean,
stand-
the
stand
parties
on your
are
merit.
what the group
Stand on
you
your
belong
merit.
to, but the
Yeah,
fact that
the-
none other group is, aside from Republican or Democrat, is allowed in anything, is the problem.
Yeah, that there are two parties that dominate when there's all these like other side parties.
Right, and they're
people
not given
running
equal fair
independently.
coverage
Right,
or
exactly.
opportunity to become an elected official.
In government, everyone should be given equal opportunity. Meaning
100%.
Gender,
Agree.
gender, philosophy, fuck everything. I mean,
Gotta get
Mario
rid of,
sounds
you gotta
like
get rid
he's
of the
on the
parties
moon.
then,
I-
in order to be
I have
equal.
more money. Can I get like an advantage in politics? Is that a thing? Can I do that? Yeah.
Currently?
Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. Sweet. So I'm gonna use my money to get an advantage in politics. Sweet. Awesome.
Well, that's the thing. You have big companies that just send lobbyists in. That's it.
lobbyists
Yeah.
should be illegal.
Yeah, that's what I meant by take the money out, take the corporations literally out of the government.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hold on. So,
Corporate
like,
representation
there
as
are-
people is fucked up.
Lobbying is a little too broad of a term. So, lobbyists that are specifically hired by companies for a goal that will just further the company in such a way that, like, it's just for the company to make money and disregard everything else. Like, that kind of lobbying shouldn't be allowed. But at the same time, there are lobbying groups that are trying to lobby for things that are for the good of the people.
Oh, like, right, yes. There are people who are lobbying for the legalization of marijuana, or the people
Right.
who are lobbying for gun control.
Right. Lobbying means that you support an idea.
But what I'm talking about is where a company is coming in, swinging their money and their big old dicks around to make things stay away from, safety, health, like cigarettes or guns in
Yeah.
the other end of the spectrum.
The problem with this becomes like, how do you separate between the lobbying groups?
I'm
that
saying
are,
it's the inflow of cash
yeah, but
into
like,
politicians.
but then the
Like,
problem
a
is that,
company
like, a
can't
lot of
sponsor
times-
a politician.
a lot of time that inflow of cash can't really be traced.
I
You
mean,
know?
it's one of those politicians should not be allowed to accept donations from companies.
Politics aren't allowed to accept donations from companies.
But they
have
are.
to. They have to go around
They
loopholes and stuff.
they just get a super PAC, and it all
Right.
goes into the
Might
super
just be a
PAC.
limit or
right.
something.
Yeah. Exactly. No. There isn't.
There probably
You
is a
sure?
limit somewhere.
They're not allowed to personally accept the
Right,
donations.
they cannot
They can put them
personally
into
get
a
a
fund.
gift from a company. but
However,
the company
they're
can put money into something, and then that something can
Well, that's why
fund
it's like
a
Trump.
politician.
Trump is constantly fundraising for his campaign. He's not fundraising for Trump. He's putting it all into a different place for his campaign.
Right, yeah.
The campaign receives the donation, not the person, not the politician.
Is that what you were saying? You were saying the person. You were saying not the politician. I'm just,
Technically,
I'm talking about
it's
the
illegal for the person to accept political favors for money.
Oh yeah, of course. If you're in office, yeah. I'm talking about like
Well,
I was
even
talking
when
about
they're
like candidates. You know, like can a candidate accept donations
I
from
don't
a business?
think so.
I think you can, but it might be limited.
Like
same
if you're
thing.
not currently in an office, that one's gray. I think that one's gray.
Yeah, it's tough.
I think it's capped at like $2,000 or something. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh yeah, for like personal donations from a person, yeah, I think there might be a cap on that for that sort of thing. But then that's why super PACs exist. and shit
Right.
Like that.
So you just collect the money under a different name.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I mean. They're just getting around the law. And nothing's being done about it. Nothing's even being cared about because
Why
we wrote
not?
this law that says you're not allowed to do it.
Why would they do anything about it? They're getting money.
Right, exactly.
Correct.
The problem is that the people that have the money don't want these laws to get changed because it would prevent them from
Having
putting
the
their
money.
money into things.
The problem is
And
that
getting-
the population of the United States seems to forget that we're a nation of revolutionaries. And while I'm not saying go out there, pick up a gun, and shoot people in the face.
Hey man, Tea Party.
Yeah, but they're fucking nuts. You know, people, not politicians, not whatever. People need to get together. Everyone, not a tiny minority. But people need to become invested. People need to become invested in the country.
You know, I actually, like, I gotta say that I rooted for the Tea Party a little bit because I felt like there are a lot of, like, political injustices in the country. That being said, a lot of the Tea Party people were crazy, but I felt like they had the right level of motivation and that there were actually some problems that they were trying to address. Again, they were just batshit crazy, though, and they kind of did it the wrong way.
Yeah, they're not helping themselves.
Yeah. If there could be like a more moderate version of the Tea Party, like, yeah, I think that revolution would be good for the country.
Whatever Bernie's running for,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but Bernie.
like whatever his platform's going to be.
Is
Isn't it
that like a
socialist?
coffee party? Should
Is
we
it
have a
socialist
coffee
party?
party?
Bernie wasn't
They're
ever gonna
socialist,
make
right?
Yeah,
he's
basically.
kind of democratic socialist.
it. Basically, and he was never gonna make it
No, not
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
socialist.
because
Yeah,
don't like the
there's there's this stigma around the word socialism.
There is. I think it got better though with his candidacy because he just embraced it.
Right.
mean,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
instead of using the word socialism, because the word socialism is a bad word, he just described socialism.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds great."
I think he called himself some type of socialist democrat or something like that at some
Probably.
point.
Probably.
Yeah, he probably did, but like that's socialism has like this stigma that's attached
Yes,
to it.
yes,
You hear
yes, yes.
socialism and it's
Yes.
suddenly
you
like
think communism.
communism,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Exactly, and then it's like Russia, USSR, Stalin.
Then you get these fucking idiots on the internet that are college educated arguing about like, no socialist government has ever worked before.
Honestly?
but look at Europe.
I don't think that's the reason why Bernie Sanders lost, man. I think it's because he was a one-trick pony. That was literally his only subject. Every time, every speech.
What was?
What was?
What are they calling it? Economic inequality.
That's a major fucking
the
pony.
big, yeah, but that's
yeah,
his
that's
only.
that
like
was
that,
one of them.
That's like the biggest pony.
Yeah, but as it's proven,
That's like a
I mean,
no, I don't know about that.
he
I
also
don't know
fought
about
for
that.
socialized education.
yeah, socialized education, socialized
He fought on
medicine.
a
Well,
legalized
I mean,
marijuana policy.
Yeah,
I think he just wasn't fitting as like a commander in chief. It's like, okay, like how's your worldview though? You know, can you protect us?
He's
like,
a mature,
You know?
I think he very
well-thought,
much knows what he's doing.
I-
Certainly much
well-educated
more
old
of a
man.
politician than Trump was.
yeah. I felt like
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Democratic National Convention screwed him over.
They did because they thought
Yeah.
Hillary
Oh
was
no,
better.
they've
Right.
openly admitted that they
Yeah.
have sabotaged Bernie Sanders' policy.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
entire campaign. They
Right.
came out and said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they did deliberately put Bernie down and Hillary up.
Because they figured she would win.
Correct.
Because she's a woman.
Correct.
Because she's
Yes.
been first lady. They thought they had better chances with her.
Yeah, they were
and
like, we just had a black
realistically, they
president.
would've
Now
had a
we can
much
have a
better
woman
chance.
president. It'll just be like combo breaker, combo breaker.
Yeah, no.
But,
No.
like,
You think Bernie would have beat Trump?
Honestly,
Yes.
I think Bernie
Yeah,
would have stood
actually,
a
I
much
think
better
so, too.
I
chance.
actually think so.
Because the people who voted for Trump are the people who were like, fuck.
Because
I
there
don't
were
want to say shit
like
again.
bad things
Yeah.
to say about Hillary Clinton, and
You wanna
like
know
the
what?
worst things that I heard about Bernie Sanders were that he was old.
Right. Well, and the thing is you know what?
People were worried
He's
he'd
not a
die
woman.
in office.
He's
Yeah,
not a woman.
That's
There
true.
are a lot
of people were
a
just
lot of people.
against the idea of a woman in office.
Correct. They were just, I'm going to vote against Hillary. Doesn't matter who else is running. I'm not voting for a woman.
I mean, she wouldn't have been a good choice anyway.
I mean, sure, maybe. We don't fucking know.
Yeah,
but you
it's
know what? We
impossible
do
to
know
know.
is that it would have been easier for people to stomach another male. Just because of the way people are.
Yeah. Yeah, they were pretty bad. They were both
Fuck.
pretty bad. Bernie would have been better.
Well, I mean, you know, every election, every national election comes down to giant douche or turd sandwich.
And why does it come down to two people?
Why do we allow that?
The
man?
bipartisan, the two-party system.
No,
Yeah.
Why can't we have 4?
Well, there's technically more people on the ballot. It's just that
There are
Party
tons of
system.
third parties out there. Tons.
But they're not.
they're on the ballot,
Let's
but
be real, they're
yeah.
there, but.
They are on the ballot.
Yeah, there
It's
are
the debates.
always other independent
Yeah, but
parties
you,
on
you
the
know
ballot.
when you play a video game and like you get a dialogue box, and you get like 4 options, and 2 of them are gonna do something, the other 2 are just jokes.
Yeah, it is kind of like that.
Like
Yeah.
you can't progress the game.
That's
Well,
the-
you have to look at it this way,
that is
too.
the flaw with the two-party
Every
system.
other party is called a third party.
Right.
That's what it is. You're either 1, 2, or somebody else.
and that's.
And the thing is, I don't think that's in the Constitution anywhere. It's just
No.
the way the media
As a matter of
plays
fact,
it
the
out, you know?
opposite was stated
Well,
by the
it's-
people who wrote it.
It's that now there are these two giant parties, and like to try and shake up either of them isn't going to happen. And to try to build a third party that is able to actually compete with either of the two
Yes.
is like impossible.
I think the closest is a libertarian, and that's still tiny.
Right? Yeah.
Tiny, insignificant.
It's possible, and I think we got to do it, man. But in order to do it, I think a third-party candidate would have to start now, essentially, you know, for the next election. You know,
Man, they
do
started
interviews.
like 20 years ago, and they still can't fucking do it.
Yeah. The problem is like there isn't like a big enough platform for a third party.
Well, what is the platforms?
You get them on television.
I mean,
you get them
the presidential
in debates.
ultimately,
debate.
like Republican versus Democrat, like, or no, I'm talking platform, not like as in a stage, but platform
Well, that's what a
as
platform
in, like,
is.
What
I'm
sort
curious.
of what you are representing, what
Okay.
you're trying to
Okay.
fight for in politics. You know, like right now, Republican and Democrat are practically the same, except for gun control, abortion, education.
What else?
You know, like Republican is a little more I want less government, and Democrat is a little more I want more government.
Yes.
And like that's it. That's the whole. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty
It's
much
fucking
the
sad,
whole
man.
everything.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
There's like 5 things that are different from the two parties.
Well, and if you talk to any of them, if you state the other party's values without actually saying it, they're like, oh, yeah, so that's Republican. It's like, no, I was talking about Democrat. Well, are you sure you're not a Republican? Yes. I was talking about exactly what the Democratic Party is looking for. No, that's what the Republicans Party is trying to do. Well, maybe you
little
all
bit,
need to get
yeah.
your shit together.
Maybe
Like-
we just need to petition these news outlets in order to let these other candidates onto the stage.
I think that'd help. I mean, there's just not a lot of coverage of these other parties. They have rallies the same way the Democrat and the Republicans do.
Right.
It's just that it's not covered.
Once again, I'm blaming the media, man.
I mean, it's part of it. It's definitely a part of it.
Yeah.
However, today, it's a little bit of it less black and white than it used to be, where all we had was newspapers and television. We now are all capable of looking up our own information. If
Yes.
you want information on the Green Party, you can fucking get it. You can watch a live stream of their rally if you choose to.
Maybe they need help with their online efforts. Maybe that's what it is.
No, they need money.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
they
are
need
really
money.
at the forefront of the internet politics, which is why the Russians got such a big advantage of us, being able to look at the technology and see how it affects politics. That's where we are lacking. We are not ready for that. We were like, okay. I mean, that's what the House of the what is it? The electives where we all have the electoral
Oh, the
college.
electoral
Electoral college.
college.
There you
Electoral
go.
college, okay.
It was literally designed because most people don't have access to information. So we have these elected officials who vote for you because they're the ones who have the information. That's the entire intent of it. It was because back when we made our laws, you didn't get news every day. You couldn't get news in your pocket, in your hand.
So like we
And we
find out
all
somehow.
depended on rich white men to know what to vote
Because
for.
they were the only ones who were literally capable of getting that information.
And reading.
So do we need to get rid of that now, the electoral college?
I
you guys
think that
Yeah, it needs to
it
go.
would help.
I mean,
And
like,
again, it gets a more
honestly,
direct representation.
Entire overhaul, really.
Well,
Kind
I
of
mean,
like,
look at
let's
democracy
start
America
drafting a new
spreads.
constitution.
Or at least revising.
Yeah.
Like, look at the way we go to other countries and we're like, all right, we want you to be a democracy. We're going to spread democracy. And it's a direct democracy.
You
And we
know,
have
like-
everyone vote for their leaders. Why can't we do that? We make other people do it, but we won't do it for ourselves.
And we pretend that we're a democratic republic, but like we kind of
We're
really
closer
aren't anymore.
to an oligarchy.
Yeah, we're an oligarchy now. Money fuels everything.
Correct. We're like, if you have anything up in the top 1%, your opinion matters. That's it. You do. No matter what you say, you can get things to change.
You got the money.
Because you have the money to influence people.
Yeah, and if you have the money, you have megaphones.
You can just amplify that power. Literally, even a famous person on Twitter can make a big change because they've got not the monetary power, but the social power to make those kinds of changes. That's why we have people coming out with all these sexual allegations and everything, is because all these women
Suddenly
are
women
coming
have
out and
megaphones.
being empowered. They've got a reason to say something. They're not just sitting there and letting things be the way they are.
It's about fucking time.
It's good to have people speaking up and actually like having
Just look down at the
voices be
stream and see
heard.
Mario taking apart the phone.
Nice.
It's just like,
But
oh,
why,
Mario's
Mario?
just over there
But
working on
why?
the phone.
It's bothering me. Now it's symmetrical. Okay, yeah. What?
Why?
I have problems.
Anyway,
Word.
now that we're off that deep subject.
I mean, hey man, it is what it is.
Good radio show, everybody.
I don't know. I gotta blow my nose though.
Hey man, we got Mike.
Good vlog, everybody.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was gonna put forward a motion to adjourn.
Alright.
Close it down.
Yeah. All right. The ayes have it.
Making a motion to adjourn.
Yeah. Adjourn.
Aye.
Alright.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in who didn't tune in, and we'll maybe see you next.